Trading futures in the night, so cold rocket dreams, resilience in the fold. Hedge pressurizing, the charts are bold. DD bands rapping, stories untold. Riding with rockets through the AI, up we go, reaching for the sky. Every trade hold never dies, on the edge as the numbers fly. Checking the charts, midnight glory, heartbeat thumping, another story. Green and red, flashing voices loud, future kings standing on their cloud. Riding with rockets through the AI, up we go, reaching for the sky. Every train home never dies, on the edge as the numbers fly. Ascending, mind on fire, never ending. Trees of gold, endless fight. Push on through the endless night. Riding with rocket, scooter, AI, up we go, reaching for the sky. Every train home never dies, on the edge as the numbers fly. Charts, midnight glory, heartbeat thumping, another story. Green and red, flashing voices loud, future kings standing on their cloud. Checking the charts with their AI, up we go, reaching for the sky. Every train home never dies, on the edge as the numbers fly. Checking the charts, tracking the charts, midnight glory. Sanctuary in awe, it's blending. Mind on fire, never ending. Dreams of gold, endless fight. Push on through the endless night. Push on through the endless night. Push on through the endless night.
Howdy friends, what's up? Good morning. Hold on. Welcome back to the stream, guys. Ooh, looking a little bit of selling off pressure overnight. Looks like you got it. Good morning, morning Fraser, Roblesh, Gluey, Morning Legends, Simon, Taekwon, Lucan, Don, just me talking out loud, PB Badger, Cyril, Mind Gas, Michaela, Zen, GFC, Gary White, Saman, Let's Go to the Moon, Green Days Are Fun, love it, ICT, Trader, Adam, Frosty, good morning. Where are the sales boys? Oh, sales galore. This is the time. I have to go through all the different sales. I got all the scoop for the best sales. I think I put that in here. 4th of July. Banging 4th of July sales. I got all the scoop here. I'll hook you guys up. All the major props. Oh, yeah. Good morning, Disco, Vizsla, Nathan, Sean, Aid, Michael, Lorenzo, T6. The ETF back out of the 6% sale? No, it should be 65%. 65% on ETF for their, the ones that we tell you guys that are the best. Yeah. What's it? Yeah, Static and Trade Funded, 65% off. 65% off for the Static and the Straight to Funded with ETF. That's huge. Was 90% off Rocket Security Lifetime for America. We'll do a lifetime sale maybe today, tomorrow, something like that. I mean, we don't usually do it, but we can because you guys keep asking about it. All right, and the rest: Aaron, Eric, Levi, Exploiter, Ejecto, Travis, Dejuri, Ron, Rahul, Morris, Moreno, Leon, Brian, the Noxense. Y'all were promised mind-blowing 4th of July sales. All right. Gray Wolf, what's up? Trading, what's up? Trading Hack, Jaded, Hit, Didi, Gary, Levi, Nathan, Frosty, Out of Time, It's Me, Visla, Ryan, and the rest. Good morning. Welcome. All right. You're buying 150K each site. I would say, like, this is the time to load up. There's a lot of, I'm telling you, 2025 is the year of the prop firm. Maybe in a good thing, maybe a bad thing. I'll explain why. I think it's a great thing, but, you know, let's think about all angles here. There's so many prop firms being so competitive with so many deals and so many sales and so many rule changes to try to compete with each other. The ultra competitiveness of it is like making it so awesome for traders these days. It's getting easier and easier and easier. People are like, My Funded Futures announced that soon they'll be going to 5 accounts. Soon they'll raise their 25,000 sim profit cap to 100,000. This is the stuff they're talking about. Okay. Like firms are removing this rule, removing that rule, removing DL, take profit. Pro Plus is now going to end of the day instead of trailing. It's all kind of stuff. And the bad is that there's so many prop firms now. So many garbage ones. Everybody and their mom's starting a prop firm, and everybody and their mom's pulling some, you know, influencer or something to rep it. And I'm just going to tell you guys now, from the bottom of my heart to yours, let me explain something to you. Stick with the bigs. 2025 is the year of, you will see a new prop firm every minute. I'll tell you, I get pitched every day by at least 2 in my inbox. Hey, we're this up and coming prop firm, blah, blah, blah. We like your stream over at Trading with Matt. We'd love to work with you. Here's our competitive affiliate rates. It's like, I'll tell you, there is a new prop firm that starts every 5 minutes. I feel like it is insane how crazy it is. Stick with the bigs. That's the new saying here. Stick with the bigs. Don't let some, and look, here's what these are going to do. If there's a prop firm out there that's got one big influencer or something wrapping them, I'm going to tell you, they got bought to do so. Trust the masses. If someone's got 30 or 40 people wrapping them, all right. If someone's got pictures of payouts, all right. Somebody trades them themselves that's also repping them, all right. You know, but there's a million of them out there, and it'll sound big because some one big person or two big person might be talking about them, but they get paid royally, like, you know, 50K a month. Here's 50K a month for you to market a brand. You know, 100K a month for the biggest influencers. These randos out there sometimes get paid 10, 20K a month just to talk about a prop firm. That's the cost of your safety. So just what I'm saying, this is the year of the prop firm. It's the year the bigs are going to be bigger and the smalls are going to be clawing for your money. Avoid the smalls at all costs. You know what I'm saying? Unless you have evidence, people are getting paid out. A lot of times, as I'm starting to find out, some of these smalls out there got vested interest by some of these criminals and stuff, and they don't tell you about it. And it's, oh, we're honestly wrapping this firm. We love them. Yeah, you own 10% of it. All right, shut the fuck up. So anyways, just be careful out there. There's a ton of scammy prop firms. Scammy people pushing them. Speaking of prop firms, the great ones, the ones we work with, the ones at the top, the ones up there. I always get it backwards. Hold on, wait. I need to practice this so I can rehearse this. It looks cool. This one right here, those up there. Wait, hold on. Oh, the camera goes away. Those up there, bam. Tried and true. We've all traded with them. We've all gotten payouts with them. The bigs trade with the bigs, and that's how you roll. What is your today's view? Well, today the market has kind of dropped a little tiny bit, and I'm trying to figure out why. So I've been goofing off right now. But let's talk about today's deals, 4th of July, just kind of before we pre-market talking about it. All right, so these are the biggest deals that I know, and I don't know. Let me see if I got my note here about. Hold on. I need to get my person to go tell me what Tradeify is, unless you guys can tell me. I'm too lazy to go look. But here's the deals that we got going on. I want to tell you guys all of them, okay? A lot of the influencers, I accidentally leaked, and you guys trolled me for it. The My Funded Futures thing. Wasn't supposed to. I misread the cue card, but I also leaked the wrong thing. So the funny thing was, on the show yesterday, I accidentally leaked it, and y'all saw me stumbling. And all you asshats were trolling me like, oh, he leaked it. I'm like, I'm trying to play it off. Yeah, so I read the cue card wrong. The deal is actually really cool, but it's not 5 accounts yet. Be nice. My Funded Futures going to likely go to 5 accounts very soon. It's 76% off. So what the deal is for My Funded Futures is 50% off one account, your first account, and that's like basically amazing. It's a 50% off. You know, the buy one get one is also technically 50% off, whatever. And also, I thought I edited this post. Hold on. I swear I did. Hold up. And then it's 15% off Starter Plus and Expert after. So we guys know that, you know, typically our coupon gives us, hold on. Today's 4th of July. I will rank the deals, in my opinion. All right. So 50% off any plan, one use, one account. Everybody, just one use, one account. That's it. And then afterwards, it's 15% off Starter Plus and Expert after, which is amazing. Normally it's 5. So right now, everybody go grab yourself a My Funded Futures Expert account at half price. Damn good. You can get one, so might as well get it. And also, Matt was posting about it, that they are going to soon raise the total amount of accounts you can have to 5 soon. So I leaked out that it was happening, and the note said it was happening, but it said it wasn't happening yet. So anyways, I was early on that. I didn't mean to actually leak it out on the show. And the cue card literally said at the top, "Don't leak this out." And I just somehow overlooked it because I was reading too fast. So 50% off any plan, then 50% off Expert and Starter Plus Next. It's amazing. Next, Funded Next. All right, and let me tell you something cool about Funded Next. They have fixed a lot of the things infrastructure-wise that were just kind of making the delays. We all went out there and grabbed those awesome Funded Next accounts. I'm still trading them. They're some of my favorite accounts out there. These guys have been very awesome and listening and working with like the community on fixing these like logistical things they had. The changes that they've done, they haven't posted an official announcement yet, but I have the inside scoop on it and tell you guys what it is. This is what they've said. They've made, they said you know, the initial phase they had came with a fair share of technical challenges, limitations, and some confusion around the rules, and they didn't overlook them. They wanted to thank you guys for your patience. They've actively listened to their traders and people like me and you, gathered all this feedback, and been working to make some things fixed. What they've announced is that a lot of those issues have been resolved and the model has been refined to truly support trader success. This is true. And what they're going to do is they're going to, they've changed that micro scalping rule. They've made it to where the KYC is no longer so invasive and hard to pass once you pass your funded account. Like a lot of things on the administrative side and customer service have been beefed up. So, you know, we would go fund it and we waited like 3 or 4 days to get it. In their defense, they went on, they had this huge sale and gave out the best account that I've ever seen in prop account history. And then they all go on, freaking holiday for Eid. So like they disappear for a week. Obviously, you know, they're in the UAE, so everybody was gone. And then like, you know, you got funded and you get your account for like 3 or 4 days. And so all that stuff they said they fixed. So cool for that. I'm really excited to see them, you know, essentially you have a sale and you get so big from it. You weren't staffed for it. You overwhelmed a couple of people that were probably working over the holiday, and bad timing on the sale, but they fix all that stuff, which should be good. That the KYJ that you use, Gabriel says the KYJ that he uses is invasive. That's hilarious. Hilarious. All right. 30% off all accounts at FundNX, which is really, really big because we normally get 5. So imagine like everybody's, you know, sales just got really big. So with FundNX, they're about to start doing, now you can micro scalp. The 40% rule is that you can micro scalp as long as it's 40% or fewer of your trades, which is fantastic. They used to bust you on your first offense. We told them to change that. Brian Stock and myself were both pressing them hard for that, and they made the change. So I got the text that they made the change. It's really awesome. Now up to 40% of your trades can be micro scalping, which is cool. And it's also in and out. People are getting busted for micro scalping for getting in. And that's just a glitch in their system. That never was the intention. So like if you cost basis averaged in within 10 seconds, that would flag you. But in reality, micro scalping is getting in and getting out within that amount of time. So this rule being changed is huge. Of course, you know, we know FundNX is uncapped payouts. That's why I'm trading with them. I'm trying to go for the $1 million grand slam over here. 30% off there. So 50% off my funded for one account, 30% off FundNX. These are the 2 biggest ones we've got. Take Profit now went to 40% off instead of 30. We normally get 30. Pro Plus is now end of the day. No more trailing drawdown with those guys. Elite Trader Funding, this is probably the biggest of the sales, is 65% off. They're straight to funded and static, which is their 2 big flagship products that I believe are the best things they've got. And the static is the best static in the industry, 65% off. Those of you new traders, I would load up on those statics if you're trying to get in your first prop firm, get your first payout. Static is the easiest to pass. 65% off makes it really good. And then Futures Desk is 60% off, which you can choose between end of the day and static. So big sales across the board. And why don't we do $1,500 off a rocket scooter again, lifetime? Since you guys keep asking for it. I swear, this is our Black Friday sale, and every 2 months, you guys keep asking for it. I'll do a 4th of July sale. For you want to purchase the software outright, $1,500 off. That's the biggest we ever do. So, that's back into effect. So let me go turn that on the website, you guys. I know a lot of y'all are extremely excited to hear that. This week only, no tariffs. No tariffs on imports. 4th of July sale. That's hilarious. That should be a cool deal. All right, so these are the prop firm deals going on. I will turn on the deal right now for lifetime. $1,500. That's the best we do, and it's very much something I'm very happy to offer because you guys have gone with the boot camp is the biggest it's ever been. We've given away, I think, like we just gave away 74 seats. This is the 11th boot camp, and we gave away 74 seats. We've got 350 people taking the boot camp this time. It's incredible. When we first did it, there was like 40. And so each time it gets huge and huge and huge and huge. All right, let's go. All right, and now officially, lifetime deal is now active. America. Good deal. All right. No tariffs. This week only, no tariffs. Yeah, that'd be so funny. Hey, Dad, what's up? Howdy, son. Ready to go on our fishing trip, son? We're gonna catch some. We're gonna cast out our line, catch some bags, throw them in the boat. Bags of $100 bills. Why did we sell off a little bit ago? What's going on in the pre-market? Do we have some kind of news? Let's double check. And welcome to the stream, guys. I am going to see what's going on here. Nope. There it is. All right. Just reviewing the news. Pre-market, we do the same thing every single day. Pre-market, what's going on? Headline news: Trump is tweeting at 6 in the morning. That's probably what's going on. I asked about the bill. Or no, he's just talking. I asked about deporting Musk. I'll have to take a look. God, they're like babies, dude. The two of them. I'm going to deport Elon Musk. That's so funny. All right. Blah, 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 blah. Something. The tax bill hopefully passed today. All right. Okay. We have a relatively big news week, especially being a 4-day week. Just be careful today in your trading. Market might have a little bit of possibly like pre-holiday selling. The ISM numbers in 55 minutes and the jolt. So it's really big to see both of those numbers today, especially in like a low news, like a low, not news, a low volume news week could create a bigger, faster move since there's not a lot of people here to fight it off. Big week, right? And so Wednesday, which we're going to have the ADP non-farms, which means Friday is usually the non-farms. And since Friday's a holiday, we'll get it Thursday back to back. So non-farms and all the other stuff, participation rate, non-farm payrolls, all come out Friday. Now let's move into Thursday, unemployment rate, all of that. And then you got the ISM numbers pretty much an hour or so later. The non-manufacturing numbers are coming out then. So pretty heavy week. So manufacturing today, non-manufacturing on Thursday. So everything for Friday and Thursday have crammed together. So this is like a double whammy news day. So, oh shoot, I got to do something real quick. So ranking the prop deals, I'm going to give you guys, maybe I can draw it on my screen. The best 4th of July deal. Oh, I can type it. Why am I like writing it with my, okay, let's type it. Best 4th of July deal. 1, 65% off ETF. It's probably the best one. Straight to funded and static. Number 2, 50% off. I'm talking about for value, not just the amount off. My Fund and Futures expert. First count. Works for any account. One use only. Then you got 15% off every other. The next one is Funded Next, which is going to be awesome. 30% off, which is uncapped payouts. This is why we love them. 4, 60% off Futures Desk. End of the day in static. And I don't even know what Tradeifys is because I forgot to look, but I'm getting word on whatever that is. I didn't go look. And then the number 5 on here is Take Profit. Nothing fancy about Take Profit. 40% off. and then star. All right, let's just like move this somewhere. Maybe like here. Maybe like here. Oh, where is that? Okay, I'm gonna make this text like not so in your face, not so crazy. Maybe like a not so like, let me just pick a color that's like not so lame and all over the place. White. Okay, make it smaller. Text to the left. That's for deals. Shrink that text up. Let me change that real quick. So that way you know what the deals are. I have a marketing team that's not going to be making these ads to pop up on the screen like in real time when we have them, but they don't start for another month. Okay. One use only. There we go. Now let's put that over here. That's out of the way. All right. Now let me do something really quick. I got some stuff I got to do. Hold up. Boo, 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 boo. I'll tell you, the experience with Funded X is definitely drastically improved. I've been noticing myself since they have hired more customer service and kind of like fixed their KYC to be non-invasive and all that stuff. Things are pretty calm and chill there again, which you may see. All right, text is cut off on the screen. There you go. I'll just put that down to the side. I know there's no emoji or something. Let's just let me do something fun. All right, hold on. All right. Let me try something cool here. On the fly video editing. Let's do that. And then let's do... Hold on. Where is that text? Wait a minute. Okay, can you not drag down here? All right, that's weird. All right, hold up. That's weird that it's showing up behind it. Well, I put like a little flag there so you guys can see it, but for whatever reason, it's not like changing its direction on the chart. What's up, Rockets in chat? Thank you guys, appreciate it. All right. What the heck? Try to put a little American flag on there. Celebrate. Let's try if this works. Okay. For whatever reason, it's like not letting me move this. Let's delete that. All right. Yeah, we all know it's 4th of July, duh. Fourth of July. Here's what I'll do. There we go. Bye-bye. Are we starting 20 minutes, you guys? And then I'll just try to do something like... There we go. That might work. Find something dark. Yeah, whatever. Add a shadow, maybe. Yeah, I was like trying to figure out how to do something cool like this. Like you guys can see something like kind of nice. I was trying to do something beautiful. I was trying to bring in the festivities, but I don't know if it's gonna like... it's too much going on there. Let me see if I can do like a... All right, abandoned ship. Abandoned ship. Too much jazz going on there. I don't know if I'll be able to make like a cool banner on the fly. That putting some kind of banner or something on there. I wanted the dark side of it. There you go. Just put this down here. It's weird that it's not letting me like shift the position of this banner. I'm trying to put it behind stuff, but I don't want to. It's like not letting me move it around for some reason. It's like locked in place. See this? I'm trying to drag the source around and it's not letting me move the damn source around. So, abandoned ship. It's all right. For what, like, I'm normally like dragging the source behind something, but it won't click and drag. I don't know if it's because something weird with a bug or something. I don't know. All right. No background to that. We'll just have to like let it be, as the Beatles would say. All right. Is my analysis in line with yours? Oh, I think today it's hard to say what's going on because we're actually supporting very strong pivots. Hedge pressure and monthly are right here. So I'm looking for the market to support at both of these places. And just pre-market, we've got a little bit of a Trump chatter dipping us and then probably bringing us back to where we started. I think you're going to be opening about right here-ish, give or take. Today is the gap down, so we get anytime you have a gap down situation, we look at resilience to give us that answer. We fill in the gap or not. I didn't do any trades last night, which was awesome. I told you guys at the boot camp I was going to sit out. We were opening right at hedge pressure, and I said if we broke through, it could be a long support. Remember, there's like nice little bump right here off of hedge pressure. Always when you get there, there's your volume off of that, the kind of thing, but then we lost and market pulled back. So instead of like we're opening right on the edge here, there's no reason I was going to jump in and long overnight. Didn't do nothing. Nothing. So Kaizen is saying that for ETF, the pay is up as low as $40 for activation via checkout. So what is the activation? Reddington says, see your message. Sorry. So Rocket, you have to put Rocket in the coupon code, not what is it called? They got 2 codes to check out. I swear to God, I've been telling them about this. You have to go into coupon code Reddington. They've got 2 code entries. One is like affiliate code, something or other. You have to use it in coupon code. It's really weird why they have 2 different fields for coupon code. What the purpose of that is, I got no idea, but I've been telling them they need to get rid of that. I'm gonna let them know this. So try it there, Reddington. That should work. Yeah, if you use my code, you get all those deals. So if you use my code, you get all those deals, and I'll personally send you $1 million at a rate of 1 penny a year for 100 million years. Just send me your address. Maybe that's a handshake deal. I might not send you a penny. We like the ETF static valuation of 100K. Go get it. That's how. The static is great. Static is top tier. I'll tell you. The best deal of all the deals, to rank them all, is the 65% off ETF. That's the best deal, hands down, because it's not only the highest percent off, but it's for the best accounts out there. And my funded is probably the second best of the deals, I would say, because, you know, straight to funded, 65% off is awesome. And static is like what I tell people: if you want to get started in prop firm, static's the way to go. It's the easiest of the 3 types of accounts. At least grab one to practice with. If you guys ever used a static before, you'll love it, especially when they're cheap. Usually statics are more expensive. That's why most people don't do them, because they cost a little bit more. They'd rather have the cheap ones. But I'm the kind of person that pays more for the easier time. I'm kind of like a pay for convenience person. I don't go to Disney World and stand in line like a fucking peasant. All right. I buy the fast pass, which for everybody buys the fast pass. It's no longer the fast pass anymore. But hey, you know, they have the other fast pass, the faster pass, where you can pay to enter the rides early. But then everyone does that. So then no longer, you know, I'm always going to pay for the extra convenience, right? I can. Statics, when they're on sale, that gets rid of the high costs. And that's the reason to do them. And 50% off of my fund, it's great. One time, go get an expert at 50% off. The most expensive one they have, you'll get an expert for the price of a starter plus. That's the reason that deal is. So go get yourself an expert. Is ETF legit? Yeah. I'm live funded with them. Very legit. They have a very good track record. What's your lifetime with $15 off? $2,500 off. It's $2,500 total. Sorry. Prop deals, you say, is the best one. If I can get one that's the best one, I'd go get myself a 65% off straight to funded. And I don't know. Let me see what Tradeify is, because I got to get it. 50% off. One time. Oh, shoot. All right. Tradeify. Let's add it on here. Well, I've got breaking news. I have it. 50% off. Tradeify looks like they're matching 50% off. Hold on. Let me do it this way. And then 35% off the rest. So that's pretty good. Tradeify is up there. And let me rank them a little bit different. I say that I would go get yourself a straight to funded Tradeify. I'd get yourself a static ETF. I'd get yourself a 50% off an expert. All these one use onlys, go get one of each. I mean, you might as well. If you want to get like super cheap account, and then that way you can shop around and see which firm you guys like. That's cool. They're all really good. 30% off funded next is good if you're going for the uncapped payouts route. There you go. All right, whew. There you go. Hopefully you guys can see it now. I know it's very janky over here on the side like this, but guys, don't forget to smash the like button. Thank you guys for tuning in yesterday giveaway bonanza. We were doing giveaways for like an hour straight. We gave away, oh my God, like 15 prop accounts, one straight to funded account, countless boot camps. We were doing giveaway for a whole hour. Giveaway bonanza. We do that once a month. And then of course, the end of this week, we'll be giving away one lifetime membership to one lucky viewer. If you use $1,000 worth of prop use of our coupon, you spend $1,000 with our code, you enter yourself for a chance of lifetime. So today's sales will count for that. Love you guys. All right. Riding with Rocket Scooter AI. Oh, there's a lot of questions you guys are asking. Let me get the stream started and we'll start going through some of your questions. Funded X only gives 5% off with the Rocket code. It should be 30% off. Let me tell them. It's 30% off when you do it. Let me double check the date on this one. I'm getting clarification. I just realized I forget. Since they're from the UAE, they may not be familiar with when US. It says July the 1st at 7:30. Then they might be familiar with US sales usually starting a little bit before the 4th. But it looks like they are starting July the 1st. Okay. They said 7:30. Let me clarification on that. Thanks, Sizzler, for letting me know. Pal speaking ECB at open today. Yep. Pal's talking, so kind of be listening to what he's going to say. They've sort of kind of like kind of lessened their stance a little bit on believing that tariffs are going to push inflation up much higher than they used to think, because for a while with the trade war going on, they were very scared to even talk about it. Right now, they're starting to say that they've noticed that data is implying that most of the tariff costs, or a lot of the tariff costs that they thought would be passed to the customers, actually is not, that the data is not showing as much pass through as they thought, which basically means more companies are absorbing the cost than raising prices to customers, which means the rate of inflation is slowing down, which means it's more likely to get rate cuts sooner than not. Those balloons are hanging in there. They really are. Like, this is probably like, they got like maybe like 3 days left. By the time the 4th of July rolls around, this balloon's gonna be on the ground. Lifetime is $2,500 off with our deal that we have going on right now. It's live on the website. Just go there. There's no coupon needed. Yeah, so lead trade funding has static end of the day drawdown and a swing account, which is kind of cool. If you want to swing, that's a new thing that a lot of props don't do, is being able to swing trade. That's kind of neat. I would say when you guys are choosing, right, there's a lot of prop firms out there that do a lot of offers. I always tell you, like, the reason I pick the firms I pick is that each one of them has a certain type of account that's really good and worth it. When you're like looking like what is the best in class, I always tell people, you know, there's a different reason to trade every account. Straight to funded, you've got Tradeify and ETF. End of the day drawdown, you've got funded next to my funded futures. They all have one, but those are the ones I like better. Static is ETF and the futures desk. Those are the two best statics out there. If you like your trailing drawdown, cheap, instant payouts, Apex equivalent, right? This take profit. And take profit is like the undisputed king here. People love take profit, probably the most of any of the firms that we rep, just because they kind of like the Apex model. Really nice. And of course, funded next is like uncapped payouts. So there's a reason to do each one of them. They're all good. All of them except for take profit I've traded with and received a payout. So that I can confirm they all pay out. They all have no shenanigans. We're good on that. Yeah. So $1,500 off, $2,500 total. It isn't 60% off anymore. Yeah, hold on. It says 60% off expires July the 4th at midnight. That's what they said. It should be 60, yeah. Bum, bum, bum. What is a static? A static is a drawdown that doesn't move. So whenever you start off, it says $2,000 drawdown. That's it. If you make $2,000 the first day, then it's $4,000 away. It doesn't trail with you like most prop firms will trail your drawdown with you. What's your influence, your preference to trade? 1 and 2. I look for the better resilience number. If I'm bullish, I look for the one that's bigger, the one that's more stable, or the one that has the closer nearby pivots. What trade platform do you use for ETF? You can use, I know, Tradeify, Trade8. You can use Rhythmic Trader. I think you can use TradingView. I don't know, ask them because it looks like Kaizen's in here. Market's about to open. Which platforms total can you trade with ETF? These offers usually expire on the 4th. Yeah. All right, looks like we're opening right about here. Half gap up there. Let's see if we get anything good. There's some high prob setups. Market opening now. Looks like we're gapping down a little tiny bit here. Resiliences are somewhat positive. All right. You take probably a long off the open out the door to half gap at least. Resiliences are good. We're steady. Let me grab just one at open just to go to half gap and maybe fill the gap possible. Grabbing one contract here. Just grabbing one at open. This is a risky thing. Let me get my liquidity maps though. Just trading through the box. We gap down. Looking for push up to half gap, at least a fill gap. I'm watching res really closely. That's why I just got one contract. Nothing big. All right. Waiting for the maps to pop. Same as before, bull long up, kind of out of bounds. We've got bull long up, out of bounds, like literally the same thing. That's weird. Okay. Hold on. It seems to be drawing QQQs when it should be drawing SPY. IWM has supported monthly hedge pressure below. SPY is here. Come on. Apple ripping. Let's take a look at it. Oops. What the heck did I just do? All right. Okay, so SPY, kind of the same spot, bull long up. Everything's just super bullish. We're totally up in bull territory. There is no nearby pivots to trade on. The algo's been doing this like 4 or 5 days in a row. So we've got nothing to trade off of here. It's again, just stuck up in bull territory, looking solid. All right. We got overnight dynamics to play with. Resilience is positive S&P, negative Nasdaq, the same as before. Probably rotation out the door. Be careful for quick dips and dives. We have strong A+ pivots down in here to long off of. I am taking a long out the door just because S&P resilience is positive. We'll see if we can get all the way to gap fill, and looks like we're getting close to it. Again, I don't have a lot of, it's not like it's a strong read just like last time. It's kind of the same weak read as before, where we got rotation out the door, low volume environments, no A+ setups, no liquidity pockets, nothing. Got a little bit of sector rotation here, but at least seeing the gap fill would be kind of nice. Keep an eye out on this indicator here. You want this white line to be positive. So this is not, I don't have evidence of it selling off. I don't have evidence of it rallying. It's just, I still take the bull side until one day it bites me and doesn't work. The same setup, literally 7 days in a row. 7 days in a row for the same freaking setup. Let's get some movement on it. You guys don't forget to smash the like button again. We're almost at 1,000 viewers already again. I love it. We have been growing so fast. We had 1,100 viewers yesterday. I am so incredibly thankful to see this community grow as big. Were these offers expiring? Most of them the 4th. Does it stay static after you get funded? Yes, it does. All right. So hopefully we stay inside the box. Nasdaq, we're rotating down. Keep an eye out on S&P resilience. We want this white number to be above 0. Currently it's at 8, so we're okay. I'd love to see Nasdaq at least touch half gap right here. That'd be nice to see. I just grabbed one contract like close to here at the open. Losing the open, Nasdaq has a fall to 743. My setup today is pretty clean. Not a lot of big bull pressure, but it's the same trade I've done 7 days in a row. It's from here to here. If we fail somewhat down inside of here, since there's not a lot of volatility, I'm going to keep my stop really tight. This is A+ setup here. This is kind of like a B setup. This is like A+. A setup, actually. And I don't know why my candles are like freezing on my chart. Let me refresh. They're like not updating. Can we like figure this out here? Come on. Like, your candles are freezing today too? All right, technical difficulties. Come on, let's load up. What's going on here? There we go. All right, let's take the B setup from at least a half gap. Fingers crossed on this one. Market is looking like it's trying to sell off, but I think if I get a half gap, I might close out. I have a bad feeling about today. VIX is trading a little bit higher, and then of course we have a little bit of a heavy news week for such a light volume week. We've got on Tuesday, Powell's talking today, the manufacturing numbers in 23 minutes. Non-farm numbers tomorrow, ADP version, and then Thursday they crammed Friday's non-farm into. We also have JOLTS tomorrow as well, or Friday or Thursday. When is JOLTS? Oh, tomorrow. No, wait, no, I'm lying. No, today. JOLTS is today. Holidays moved everything around, so we got JOLTS today as well. So that's a big one, big mover today. All that stuff is sitting in about 23 minutes. Let's run it all the way up to half gap. Resilience is slightly better than 0. Hopefully we get a push to half gap, maybe fill the gap. Nasdaq is the one that's lagging behind the 2. That's why I grabbed Nasdaq here, just to see if it improves after the rotation's over. Get Nasdaq up to an 840 level. I'd be happy with that. It is finding this resistance at this little opening range here, though. Kind of see we got a little hanging in there, Nasdaq. I do have a weird feeling about today. Yesterday's pop and drop and today's overnight selling. I just have a little weird feeling that today might not be a big momentum day. Probably the market's exhausted, the holidays coming through. I'm still not bearish this market. I'm still not selling it off, but at least I'll take my longs. I've been up like maybe 50, 60K in the last 2 weeks, just taking the same long. And if today's the day it doesn't work, that's kind of how Wall Street goes. I never try to predict and bet on a bear market. I just take my long stabs on the good trades, and the day it doesn't work, then this day I step out clean. So should be all right. Should be all right there. Let's grab one contract on the base here. Hopefully this open supports. I'll probably make a tight stop at about maybe 85. I'll say on this one. Let me just kind of draw it for y'all. What's going on, computer? Delete. Oh my word. Like something is just 4th of July, technical difficulty day. Okay, let me close this down. Open it back up. Well, my pencil tool is dead now. Is it on my screen somewhere? Where'd it go? I must be like absolutely blind because I can't see it. All right, trade and a half gap. I'm just gonna circle with my mouse here. It keeps saying it loaded up, but I can't. Oh, there it is. All right, here it is. Can't see it. Guys, don't forget to smash the like button. We're almost at 1,000 viewers here. Let's get those likes up to 500. We got giveaways coming up very soon. Very soon. B setup, not the strongest, but B setup. This is A right here. If we dip, A plus, or A is here, and then A plus is much farther below. So let me make this a little bit smaller so you guys can see. There we go. It's a little bit better. We're not picking up a lot of opening momentum here, which I don't like. That's that's B. So not the best. It's okay. Resilience is less than 0, so let's call it a B minus. That's A, and that's A plus. So if we fall to hedge pressure, oh, that's gonna be good. A plus. So basically, it's like dips to buy them and take stabs, a bunch of them. At least for minimum right here, I'd like to see the first opening range break go up to here, 840 level, which is half gap. So it looks like trade's turning green. I am having a good time with this one. I did grab it in just about all my accounts, except for my funded, which are A plus only. I only trade my live accounts, A plus only. So fingers crossed. Resilience is not getting bigger bumps that I want to see a bigger bump here. S&P, we want to see at least make an attempt to fill the gap. But that's it. So I'm going to watch NASDAQ today because it's the one that's like lagging behind all of them. Today is Canada Independence Day. That's today. Oh, I actually never even knew that. Well, happy Independence Day, Canada. Can you trade during the news? With ETF, I think you can. You have to ask these guys. We got, guys, by the way, if you have questions for Elite Trader Funding, looks like we got ETF and Kaizen in here in the stream hanging out to answer all y'all's questions. So it's really cool when they pop in. We're super fortunate to have them here. They know a lot more than I do, clearly. So ask them anything you want. So if you guys check out the bottom right of the screen, these are all the big deals that they're having with all our prop partners. Code Rocket Scooter for all of them. Code Rocket for Funded Next will get you all these really cool deals. I ranked them for which account I think is the best deal at the time in order, but they're all good. It's really hard to say one of them's bad and one of them's not bad. These are all S-tier deals for the best companies out there. I'd say the best bang for your buck is that 65% off ETF static. That's really awesome. And to me, that's one of my favorite type of accounts, period, because static is the easiest account to pass. And normally they're more expensive because they're easier, and 65% off makes them not expensive. So you get the best of all worlds here. A little bit of selling pressure. Now I'm kind of like hating this. We want to see NASDAQ pop over at 0. I take the bet of above 0. We might get a little downside candle, kind of shakeout candle really quick as it's trying to rally. There's not a lot going. We have a lot of rotation this morning. Guys, do me a favor, smash the like button. 1,000 viewers again. Wow, congrats. This is the 4th day in a row we've hit 1,000 viewers right at the market open. I'm excited. Thank you for helping you pass your top step combine. Like what we taught you? Because I have to break the news to you. We didn't do anything. You learned on your own. And that's the best part about here. We actually teach you how to fish. So thank you for passing your top step. You've been doing the work. You need to thank yourself for it. It's going to trade in this range until the news. Yeah, that's why I just grabbed one. Yeah. I'm going to take again, I don't normally trade heavy through the news. One contract is it. And if I do take a stop, I've got A pluses down here. I'll turn, if I lose 5 grand or 6 grand or even 10 grand, I'll turn that into a winning day at the A pluses. So normally what I do on bull markets, I take the same stab, same stab, same stab. Don't think of any individual day. When a bull market ends or a bull run ends, it just ends. You can't predict when it'll be. So you take your lick and you don't, you take your lick and then you just say, oh, well, that was the day. That's the one day it didn't work. And so out the door, it is looking a little kind of right there, but we'll see if we can get anything better. I'm going to stop right at about maybe 80 and maybe 70. I'll put a stop at 70. That way I don't have to ride it all the way to blue. A little bit news coming out pretty soon. I hate trading through news, but we've got, I can withstand drawdown on one contract, even if it does dip pretty quick. 15 minutes till ISM manufacturing numbers come out. Let's see what some of the stocks are doing here. NASDAQ, NVIDIA. Guys, let's get those likes to 500 really quick. I'm going to make you watch ads, so you click the like button. I love y'all. Now for a word from our sponsors. Let's get up to 500 really quick. Remember, no giveaway until 500. Do your part, please. We'd love you guys if you helped us out. Clicky, clicky, clicky. Getting close, 400. Now, a word from our sponsors. I always want to say that. I sound so professional and legit when I say that. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. I'm back. Did you guys miss me? I know. I know. What I know about fishing, I used to fish when I was a kid. All the time. Like all the time, all the time. I haven't really fished a lot since college. As I live like deep in the heart of the city, I don't really get a chance. I feel like when I retire, it will be somewhere where I can fish like every day though. So a decent amount, but mostly from my childhood. Like I'm completely out of the loop with like modern fishing technology, but I was a very avid fisherman as a kid, high school, junior high, and into college. Yeah, you guys fish? Oh, I'm a Texas guy, man. Fishing's part of life down here. All right, let's see. Oh, resilience is now positive. That's good. The B- setup just turned into a B+. Let's get that. Hopefully we move up. Now the news can move in any direction. This is kind of the one part that can kind of suck. Half gap support. If resilience is greater than 0, that would be nice for gap fill. So now that the polarity has shifted down here, we've got some movement on some of the stocks. Hopefully, fingers crossed, the B setup turns into a B+ to fill the gap here. Open is always support to next resistance in any type of bull long up type setup. Next resistance would be to fill the gap or at minimum half gap. We'll see if we get it. So the fact that we got some movement on NASDAQ as a leading indicator right here, we got that little pop. That seems to be pretty good. Where am I from? I'm from Texas. Yeah, Houston area. That cowboy hat that I wear on the stream is real. I wear a sequined glittery cowboy hat for realsies. Like, Duh, it's like totally real. You hit the like button before you even pee and eat breakfast. This is what I'm talking about. This is dedication. I hit the like button while I pee and eat breakfast. I do it all the time. Play the like song. Oh yeah, I forgot that we have that. You guys understand? To get the music going on here. I hate that I'm now gambling in the news. I hate the idea, but I don't think that. But the point is that the downside pressure. It's a low volume week. There'd be like 0 chance that I would believe we would break monthly hedge pressure. So the idea that I can fall 100 points may sting a little bit. So I'm going to trade light. And if we fall down here, I'll just take my lick and then work my way back. That's kind of the plan today. So if it doesn't bump on the news, I'm okay with 1 contract in the news play. Good idea. You guys know the drill. All right, news coming out in 12 minutes. Oh, hell yeah. Let's get some bump. What you going on here? Don't be some fake out. The pop and drop. That's looking promising. All right. Is Trump or Powell saying anything right now? Powell saying the solid majority of the Fed expect rate cuts later this year. Well, thank you. Thank you, Papa. Thank you, Papa. We love it. Thank you, sir. Spyfield the gap. Oh, thank you, Papa Pal. Thanks, Daddy. Appreciate it. Feels weird calling old man Daddy. Thank you, Granddaddy. Thank you, Grandpa. We're happy. We love it. Thanks, Papa Bear. What do you keep saying CBGS? What is that? What does that even mean, Sleuth? What does that mean? I thought you were saying CBGB, like the music place. That was awkward. Thanks, Daddy. Wait, what? There's probably some people out there that have a shrine dedicated to Pal, like some teenager with NSYNC posters on their ceiling. There's gotta be someone out there that just loves Pal so much. Some teenage girl obsessed with the Fed or something got Pal poster, or some teenage trader, some dude, Pal just sitting there like this on a poster, thumb tacked around his bed. Pappy Pal, Pappy Wappy. Hit the like button. Bow down, 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 bow down, bow. Yeah. All right. I love Powell only when he cuts rates. Yeah, when he doesn't cut rates, I take the posters down. Thanks for the like button. You guys are almost at 1,000. We're gonna do giveaways. Remember, at 500 views, 1,000 viewers. 500 likes, 1,000 viewers. All right, close to half gap here in NASDAQ and then S&P. Trying to fill its gap here. That's the trade I'm looking for, just to go up to the gap fill by proxy. Fill the gap on positive res. NASDAQ is positive. Let's get a second wave up. I'd be happy to see that. Very cool. Very cool. Very cool. I'm about to have a 10K day. I'm about to have a 10K day. 10K in 30 minutes. Get that bump in NASDAQ to fill the gap. That's a 10K day. Couple contracts around the board. Nothing crazy. Again, it could just dive on me here, but start taking a little bit of profit. Maybe I'll just trim and hold runners. How about that? Trim and hold runners. News coming out in 8 minutes. These levels based off of, this is the open today in SPY. This is the close yesterday in SPY. Hedge pressure is based on distribution of options risk market makers and weeklies, and this is the monthly version of that. The blue line, if you guys didn't know, holds 80% of the time as a pivot in our ideal conditions, which we do have today. Ideal conditions meaning that all of these lights are green. And your greater market, which you talked about yesterday in the class, by the way, greater market, you guys, DD ratio greater than half, SPY above monthly hedge pressure, and we're going to do monthly map right because I had the monthly map class yesterday. By the way, those of you in the boot camp, tell me from your point of view, how are you enjoying the boot camp so far? We're 5 classes into the 20. As far as the value, as far as whatever, has the boot camp been meaningful to you? It's still loading up the old data. Okay, it's weird caching like old data. Let's see. Open up. I want your opinions of what you guys think about the boot camp. Like, straight up. QQQ sitting in kind of choppy territory, but bull tomorrow. Nothing crazy yet. Nice and bullish, clean. No volatility. Bull side sloping down, bear side sloping down. Still nice and clean and bullish, right? It's great. It's great. It's amazing. You're $700 away from passing your evals. Let's go. Let's go. S&P, bull zone, bull side sloping down, bear side sloping down. Again, nice and bullish monthly map. Show a 3-month bullish ride. Looking solid for that. S&P did fill the gap. Let's see if NASDAQ can tail behind this. I'd like to see gap fills here. If we fill the gap, I made 10K today out the door. That'd be cool. Half gap before news. Now we're back down below 0. I could just take profit just to take profit. Just for funsies. I always say just for funsies, but not really. Before news event, I could just take some profit. The news could kind of dip us down. The news can always blast us up. One contract's not enough for me to really care too much about either way. I don't think where news is going to take us down below this little range right here. Powell saying we're seeing a gradual cooling in the labor market. That's what we've been seeing for a while. We've been talking about that for like a year. There's not a lot of new jobs creation. A lot of that's fear from the tariffs. People don't have a lot of companies are, instead of investing in themselves, they're absorbing tariff costs. So they're not really going on big hiring sprees right now. You know, short-term interest rate futures rise after Fed's Powell says he can't say if July is too soon for a rate cut. Man, people are like, algos are digging to like every single word this guy is saying. July, they're like, is it going to be July? Is it going to be August, September? People have been still betting September for a while. And I think the cooling stance, over 2/3 of the Fed does vote for a rate cut this year. 1/3 of them vote for no rate cuts this year. So it's very divisive. And there were more people in the last dot plot going to the no rate cut camp. There were 4 last quarter. There's more Fed members that are like, nope, no rate cuts. But that was, again, in the heat of the trade war, right? So now things are cooling off. And companies are starting to absorb a lot of that price change. NASDAQ resilience is negative, so being very careful here that this is now flipping the script, being resistance again. I'm still going to hang in there. Remember, blind monkey. Trading small. Worst case scenario, it dives below here. I take a loss at maybe 780, 7 something. I dive right back in at 740 and 701. I've got A and A plus. I'd love to take a loss so I can make a fortune on the way back up. All right, I'm so bad at reading comments, you guys. I haven't read any of your comments. If you've typed something in the last 20, 30 minutes, type it again. You're creating a rocket scooter soundboard. The largest button will be me saying, thanks, daddy. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. Thanks, daddy, pal. Man, a trade. Yeah, top right of the screen. Can you guys not see this? The little green button with the P&L written right there. I should like fucking right to zoom in on that. So these levels are based on options. The rocket scooter algorithm can extract market maker information from the options data feed. Set aside a toast for your loyal follower from Brazil who's celebrating his birthday today. Everybody, happy birthday, Neto. Happy birthday, bud. Appreciate you being here, of course. We got news in 3 minutes. Market's kind of pulling back to open. Res is still bouncing positive. This is looking pretty good. Like I said, if we fill the gap 10K today, if I get a gap fill, merely it's awesome to see that. Hit the like button. Down. Yep, stocks are doing good. Stocks are doing good. S&P filled its gap right here. Nasdaq still has a gap to fill. So I don't know if we're going to get the big move on Nasdaq because S&P is limiting on gap fill. But if we do break through here and start breaking to this opening range, S&P will be filling its gap and going. We should be okay for Nasdaq to fill the gap all the way. 82 points. It's 2-to-1 trade from here with the B plus setup, which means I'm trading it small instead of big. We got B plus and A's all down here, baby. I'd love to see that dip. That news gives me a tiny little haircut, just a trim. Oh, I can't wait. I'm going to come back here with the mohawk. Bootcamp is great. You guys love it. Bootcamp is awesome. Insane value. Worth every bit of $20. Good, good, good. Game changing. I love it. Great investment for the price you guys are liking. Okay, good. Making sure you guys are getting something out of it. Watching number 4 today. It's like many say the risk management is worth the price. That's yesterday's map, as Garrett has said. Yeah, that one was. So now it's updated when I clicked it. A little slow retrieval of that today. How would I make 10K? Yeah, so like I'm trading like 10 accounts right now at once. So 1,000 in each account, basically. If I get the gap fill. I can also lose 1,000 each account. Again, if I get the gap fill. 1,000 viewers again. Let's go. Yeah, I know we had like 1,100 yesterday. Or close to 1,100. I think like 1080. I don't know what it is, but you guys are supporting the stream. I guess it's because the music is awesome. I gotta say, I think we had the best stream music out there. This lo-fi elevator music that I wrote myself with an AI bot. I swear I wrote this music all on my own with the help of AI. Meaning I typed in a prompt and pressed enter. I typed in the sentence, okay? And I pushed enter. I did the work. All right, alpha numbers. Let's see. Reminds you of Zelda. It kind of does have like a little kind of like chill village vibe to it. All right, 9 o'clock. Should be numbers coming out soon. Construction spending, ISM manufacturing employment numbers, new orders numbers. Well, shit. Look at that. Look at spanning the volatility here. Let's see if we're going to get any kind of movement. Look at my tick chart up here. Little wee woo on that. The wee woo say is woo. Just spanning a little bit of range there. We basically spanned the entire range the algos have. Let's see if we get anything good. Global manufacturing PMI is at 52.9 on a 52. That's beating the news. Construction spending is down 0.1% off of the expectation. That's losing against the news. Manufacturing PMI is up 49 on a 48.8 estimate. That's beating. Manufacturing prices are 69.7 on a 69.6. Relatively at par. That's good. We don't want prices to go up. And the jolts, this is the big one for today. Jolt 7.76 on a 7.32. That's the winning number today. The jolt's looking a little bit better than expectation. Job openings is good. As long as there's no layoffs to go with it, those job openings are not related to laying people off. Those job openings are related to creating jobs. Now, again, with Powell talking about the labor market has frozen, this is the second time in a row that jolts have received a print. This is actually extremely bullish for the market. If you guys understand the probability at which rates are going to go down is the probability of inflation coming down. The portion of inflation that's due to wages tend to be related. Again, wages have a small part of it. They used to during COVID have a big part. But when jolts are going up and if people are getting laid off, then what that usually means is that there's not new job creation. But if jolts are going up and people aren't getting laid off, it means job creation. Companies are growing. If companies are growing, that means they have money to spend. If they have money to spend, they have money to absorb tariffs. And also, if the labor pool is very competitive for those jobs, the wages can go up. The labor pool is not that competitive for that, the wages can come down. So if people were laid off and there's a big sink of employees with a lot of jobs and they're going to be competing with each other for the job, then they're going to get low wages for the job, which means inflation will come down. So we're going to look at the jobs data when it comes out, which usually is on Thursdays. And I think this time around it might still be Thursday. Yep, Thursday. All right. Look at the algo bumped us here. Algo bumped us here. And res is now negative again. Should I just cut out on this or just hang on? All right, chat. Should I hang on or should I cut on this? What do y'all think? Res is negative. I'm at the box. Maybe I'll take a small loss if I'm wrong. Or should I just hang on and see if it gets better? It's close to 0. This is the judgment call to make. My position is small just because. And we want to see this support. Cut right now. Out, cut, hold. At 0, I always bet that we break 0. That's kind of my thing. Downside risk is I'm down $800 if I'm wrong. Upside risk is I'm up about 1,000 or 2 if I'm right. Let's check the big 6 today. Yeah, good call, good call. Nvidia has support a little bit lower. Apple has support right at monthly hedge pressure. We've broken. Apple's in a squeeze. Amazon is kind of trapped in between pivots, but it's not bearish. It's bullish from here to there, but pressing hedge pressure can create a break situation. Amazon is here. Microsoft. So none of these are bullish or looking bad. Microsoft's in an illiquidity pocket, now breaking into an EST liquidity pocket. So Microsoft's good in supporting. Meta is just trading in between hedge pressures, just like Amazon was. And if we get the break, it does create a squeeze. We did open above blue. Originally, we dove down the monthly hedge and have supported. So over time, this should start to pick up some support here and then go towards closer to the end of the morning. So these are all bullish liquidity maps, just with a little bit of selling. And we did have a little bit of that sector rotation today. S&P bullish, QQQ bullish. Again, there's no evidence of bearishness yet. Market's stable. I am on the fence with Nasdaq, but S&P is still solid. Anytime I'm on the fence, I always lean to the bull side. I never try to bet on the bear market. I always try to bet on the bull market, especially when you see sector rotation. But now Nasdaq just took a really nasty dive. And what I might actually do on this is... I wonder what stock that was. Which one of you is the bad guy? Nope. Nope. You, Amazon. All right. You're the one. Top Step is offering a combine 99% off. That can't be real. That cannot be real. You're joking. You joking with me? You lying to me? Jeff Bezos is selling, paying for the wedding. LOL. Jeff Bezos. I love that name. All right, guys, don't forget to hit the like button. We're above 500. We'll do a giveaway pretty soon, as we always do, usually about 10 o'clock, so within the hour. All right, so one of the stocks is just kind of like shit in the bed today. Which of the bigs is it? Who is it that's dumping? Amazon is one of them, but something just dumped. JY with 5 gifted subs, man. Appreciate it. Thank you. 5 of you now are official Rock Scooter cadets. Your spacesuit will be in the mail. All right. Said resilience is not giving us any love today. The stocks are actually kind of being a little shitty here. But like I said, I still err to the bull side. And if I'm wrong, I would love, guys, I would absolutely love to be wrong. 100% love to be wrong, because these A+ setups are very valuable. For some reason, we do get a flush. A lot of the stocks have bull supports around this area anyways, as I just checked. Majority of them, a lot of them have monthly hedge pressure nearby. So Amazon, Nvidia, all of that would fall to support and bounce. I would absolutely love to see that. I don't feel the momentum that we're getting. And again, resilience on Nasdaq is pulling back, and so is S&P. This is genuine selling, pre-holiday selling rather than rotation. So this is different mode. I probably should cut out, but in light of the risk I'm taking being very small, I'm still going to hang just to see if it does get better. So I do have the early warning sign to cut out. At minimum, I should trim. I would say that I'm just kind of like chilling on this. I'm sitting flat and kind of like, you know, flat-ish in these trades. And see if we can get any buying spree here at the open. Open is support. If we lose the open, there is nothing but bull support somewhere inside of here. And then, of course, I've got hedge pressure supports on S&P and Nasdaq really nearby. So not worried about anything other than, you know, we've got good, strong setups here. Blue is usually an accelerant pivot on the S&P. So watching S&P today, as long as things stay the course, S&P should hopefully pick up some steam if it starts holding this blue, or at least for the gap fill at 51. But Nasdaq is just not getting any kind of move on the gap fill. Nasdaq is the one that's a little booty today. How long is the ETF? 65% off? I think until the holiday, but you want to ask those guys, they're here. But 65% off is really good, guys, for ETFs. So use code ROCKETSCOOTER for all these deals, and you should be able to be on your way there. One account, 50% off Tradeify. One account, 50% off MyFunded. Go get your 50% off accounts, guys. Like at minimum, if you guys don't even use those firms, one account at half price is really good. Like finally, for the first time ever, if you've never done it, go get yourself a 50% off Tradeify straight to funded, or 65% off ETF straight to funded. Go get yourself 2 funded accounts today for half price or better. And then try out the firm, see which one you like. With all those deals, you know, it's like if you look around the board, you can basically get, you know, you can get a prop firm sampler platter going on here. All right. It ends on July the 18th. Oh, thank you. I didn't know that. So their promo is lasting half the month. That's kind of cool. Well, come on, be set up. If I lose, I'd be happy to lose. I won't be even unhappy if I lose on this trade. Hold on. Let's go ahead and do the let me do the, hold on. Let me use my super secret method. I just literally got out of the best trading boot camp I've ever been in my entire life, taught by Tori Trades. So let's go ahead and draw some trend lines here, because that's the secret of trading according to her. And there we go. It's not working. What? It's breaking the trend line. Oh my God. What am I going to do? Jesus Christ. All right. Watch the bounce here. Yeah. Watch the fuck you candle and bounce. Let's get it, man. I just paid $10,000 for that boot camp. It better work. It's better work. I just wait for the trend lines and I long. Yeah, I bet you do. You make 5 trades a year. You would, though. I think most people would. Yeah. Give me that A+ setup only. I know. That's exactly what I'm looking for. But guys, it's so like totes trend lines, like totally holds the trend lines. Super secret. Who needs futures when you got crayons? That's all I'm saying. Small, slow, easy day. You know who would be a really good trader? iDoc. I bet she'd be really good at this if I train her. She's solid, like up here. Oh, yeah, let me start over. She's batshit crazy sometimes, but 95% of the time she's solid, which is good. But I'm crazy sometimes too, so we all are. Don't you talk about my Tori like that? Yeah. I wish you could train her how to do it. she's pretty solid. Like she's super like focused, and she's really smart, and she's not like an emotional wreck when it comes to money. She's extremely rational. She's very frugal about money, which is what good traders are. She's like the 95% 5% ratio is like a lot of you guys are like, sounds familiar. Give me that A setup only. I know I'm still hanging on to the one contract though, just to get that fill. Again, resilience is not that good, which means half gap is resistance, by the way. So even so, I still don't short the market. See how resilience is giving me clues that I'm kind of worried about it, but now I can just trade to it. And now it's resistance. It's telling me which way it's likely going to go. And again, unless there's a reason for markets to sell off, I need S&P and NASDAQ both to be negative for me to finally cut and get out of the way as like a leading indicator. When one is negative and one is positive, I still err to the side of S&P. I still hold on through it. And we can maybe see if that gives me a little bit of payout here. Give me that money. Give me that money. Bum, 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 ba-dum, bum. And how we do it. This is how we do it. Come on. At least the half gap. Now res is positive. Let's fill the gap. Let's get the gap run fill. I held on to this for that. Don't tease me again with $500 and then break my heart again. Get to 1,000. Get me there. See if S&P has broken through hedge pressure, and it has to fill its gap. Let's double check. Let's keep an eye on S&P just for a hot moment, because this is that final move in S&P. This could be the end of the move. With NASDAQ barely on the edge, I probably could proxy trade, take profit, and call it. But I don't know. I feel like a daredevil today. It's a holiday. Let me just not be a little fearful here. And just normally I would just cut profit and be done with this here. But I am feeling good for the rest of the day. Let's see if NASDAQ can at least go to half gap or higher. We'll B plus setup on this one. Really nice. Just textbook. Guys, you guys know from the boot camp, right? We've taken this, like, we've had the same setup. This is like 7 or 8 days in a row, right? We've had that same setup, you guys. Easy to be non-emotional about money when you have loads of it. Well, also when you didn't come from money when you were a kid. You don't have any perception of what that money can actually buy because you never had it. And so you don't see money as like a thing that's of value to you. Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, fuck yeah. Let's go. What the fuck? I hate candles like that. Whatever. Okay. I don't know what's going on, but I like it. It's turned out to be a 10K day, boys. Do people still dab? Is that still a thing? Remember, I take the bull stab every day until it doesn't work. And the one day it doesn't work is the losing day. And this is day 7 in a row of the same exact trade. This thing has been printing money, like just long and out the door, day after day after day. It's been really nice. Can't really argue with that. About to be a 10K day. Bicep over tricep hold. Biceps, triceps. I don't want to. I'm sorry. Some of your girlfriends might be watching. I don't need to be doing that. My bad, guys. I'm sorry. My bad. I'll tone that. I'll tone down on that. You think my funded futures and Tradify discounts are for new customers only? No. I don't think it's for new customers only. I think they just said first account, not new customers only. It doesn't say it in the fine print of the ad, so but check it out and see if you guys have it. Tickets to the gun show. Yeah, I got a handful of tickets. You want a 4-pack? Bring the family to the gun show. It's crazy. I do normally like look really skinny like whenever I sit still, but I do work out a whole lot. But I also do a lot of body weight stuff. Like IDOC and I do a lot of yoga, which yoga gets your arms and back like ripped. If you guys know like dudes that work out that do yoga, you get like triceps for days, man, and you get like lats. That's a back and tricep workout. There ever was one. And quads too. Yoga rip your quads pretty damn good. What's your favorite? Handgun? I can't talk about guns on the stream, the YouTube thing. YouTube is run by a bunch of woke losers. But seriously though, they have this policy against guns. Oh shit, I probably can't say that either. I just fucked myself on the algo calling them woke losers. Oh well. Demonetized when? I'm from Texas. That's all you need to know. Yeah, YouTube's very strict on their content policy, by the way. You can't show alcohol. You can't show firearms. You can't even really talk about it, really. There's like some shows out there that review alcohol and review guns, but I think they have special privileges because of the context of it being like a review of it. Yeah. Hey, just calling what they are. Why haven't I closed out yet? I'm hanging for gap fill. It's just like one contract I'm holding on for. Just to see if I get anything. I have trimmed in most of my accounts on this last little spike here. I'm holding runner just to go. This is the one I was holding a runner for gap fill on. Resiliences are positive, so I'm likely to get a gap fill move on this, but we'll see. I have two open positions and one contract. That's it. That's it. Everything else I trimmed down, took profit at half because S&P filled its gap by proxy, like I said. Normally, and the gap fill is going to likely be like where you see that first wave of resistance here. The S&P needs to pick up some momentum and go. It's weird that the S&P is moving faster than the NASDAQ, but the most reason why that is because people are rotating out of tech stocks and into other sectors. Let's double check what those are. See if the sector is the XLE. Nope, that wasn't it. Let's see if the XLF is it. Oops. Who's hot today? Financials, maybe. Real estate, no. Nope. Well, who's getting bought up to? Oh, that one is. Okay. Consumer staples and materials. That's the rotation in healthcare. That's really not that much. A lot of things are just flat, not really green, not really red. Slightly red. Staples are getting a little bit of a bump. Materials, which is the XLB, getting a little bit of a bump. And then just looking at the sector tracker here, and healthcare is getting a bump. So healthcare is both NASDAQ and S&P though. So XLV? Yeah, XLV. All right. Slight rotation, but not a lot of power. Remember, we've got the big stocks have support in here. That's why I'm hanging on. NVIDIA, everything else has support here. So any dumpy dump is going to fall right down into there and likely find a quick pivot. That's why I'm just hanging on. So once NVIDIA is going to pick up steam at hedge pressure and bull zone bottom, let's forget Apple. Apple's just pushing higher. Amazon's breaking on a squeeze. Microsoft, again, resiliences are negative, not negative. So I'm just kind of hanging in there. I want to see the full risk versus the full rewards. I call this commit to trade. So commit to trade, I have to see the full risk and the full reward. I'm either going to lose my 800 or make my 1,000 plus. I'm not going to try to take profit early or trade this early. A little bit of motion here. Somebody talking. This is a little kind kind of, where's the wee woo on this? That's some volume that picked up. Let's double check. I don't see anything alarming for news wise, but we did just get a really quick fleshy flush candle. I know I talk like I'm 3 years old here, but I'm really sure what's going on there. Should I grab that dip again in these accounts? I got A plus set up all inside of here. So I would love for this thing to fall. This is the whole reason. I've got a trade here. I've got super good trades here. This is big wins if I get a bounce there. This is just betting on the gap to fill. And inside of this, I'm up and down. I'll be willing to lose my 40 points from here. I'd be willing to jump in right over here, and all of it's good. Like I said, I hope I lose money on this because I'm gonna hit this thing hard on the way back up. So what I normally do on bull trades like this is I take the bet that we don't crash out, and then from there I trade it just basically the same. If I lose the trade, I lose the trade, which is fine. The one day if the bull side decides to sell off and crash out, I'm just out of the way, and then I get the good dips at the bottom. And so today will be kind of cool because even if I have this one contract that I am holding on to, it's just well within the range of tolerance. The problem is 802 and 760 is where my normal first stop will be, and then my next entry is here. So the problem with this one is that I've got, these are 60 and 40 points apart. I want to be long at A and A plus, and I'm long right here. I might just hold it. The problem with holding it is that's 100 points, and that's going to be a $2,000 drawdown on one contract. So I think with the way that it is, I'm kind of cool with it just hanging on to one. And if we do fall, I think maybe now that we've had this really big flush candle, I am now going to use this as a clue to set a stop right here. And then I'll cascade in as a second trade. Instead of holding for 2,000 drawdown, I will cut right here. And then I will do a long again and a long again. So right down from here to here, I'll be down roughly close to maybe like $600 of loss if I'm wrong. So that's tolerable. And then again, if we start breaking this with velocity and resiliences are worse, like things look good right now. So I'm not really worried. And then I can just long here and long here again. That's $600 of loss. That's $800 of drawdown to long again in monthly hedge pressure. So my drawdown will still be contained under 2. I'm absolutely fine with that. I don't see the wee woo on this. There's no alarm. There's no nothing. Fed is pal still talking. Nothing has changed concerning swap lines. Blah 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 blah. Bailey's talking in the BOE. U.S. fiscal path is not a sustainable one. Level of debt is sustainable, but the path is not. Okay. This is just Powell doing Powell stuff. Sorry, guys. I'm going to chill and answer you guys' questions. I know I've been like not really paying attention. I was wondering if you could elaborate on QORB trading. I don't really do the opening range break thing. I know there's a lot of people I know out there that do it and teach it. I know Max is big on opening range break. A couple people are. You usually use, I think, like, I don't know the exact rules. Maybe Tyler knows a little bit about it too. But as far as like technical candle-based trading, I don't really, when I say opening range break, I'm not talking about like the technical definition of it. I'm just talking about that range at which we're bouncing around in the open. So I don't really know the technical path, but I think what it is using like the opening support as resistance. So here's right on the edge here. Now the question becomes, do I want to take a stop here or not? Right on the edge, my fingers on the button. If this doesn't recover, a little bit of selling pressure here. I'm totally cool with that. Hang tight. If we don't get above this 780 level very quick, I'm just going to trim it out. Like I said, there's about around what I was expecting to lose. And I'd love to get these A pluses down here. Oh, you bet it. You bet it. I just got exposure in 2 accounts right now. Everything else I closed up here. So I'm still definitely good for the day. All right, let's close. All right, so we'll do this again. I'll hit those A's a little bit lower. Perfect. Let's get the big daddy trade today. All right, let's hit it lower at the A's. I love being like on point with my risk management here. Exactly what I thought I was going to lose. I'm cool with that. It's all or nothing. It is setup galore down in here. Perfect. Yeah, somebody here might know about the opening range break to help you guys out. Can I see if Top Step has paid out blah 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 in 2 years? That makes 5 million by the traders. That's wild. Oh, I don't know. Take profit. So guys, so today, right, the deals for prop firms today are really solid. Just to let you guys know, Code Rocket Scooter will get you the following deals. ETF is 65% off of their funded account and the static account. These are fantastic deals with Elite Trader Funding. Static is by far the easiest account to pass of any trading account there is. Static is easy. There's no trailing drawdown. It's a static loss. And if you make money, it doesn't move. That's the best part about it. They're usually very expensive. That's why people don't like them. And Apex has one that's absolutely garbage with a $625 drawdown. You'll blow up on your first trade. It's really stupid. Let's jump back in. Take a long red spot. But static with ETF is a $2,000 drawdown. Is a fat buffer that's better than some of the trailing drawdown accounts out there as far as buffer goes. So that's pretty cool. And My Funded Futures has one account for 50% off. So go get yourself an expert finally at 50% off. Everything else there is 15. Tradeify is a 50% off. Go get you a straight to funded at half price. Everyone go get your funded account at half price today. I'm telling you. Hell, I'll go buy one to give away in a second for somebody on the stream. Yeah, 50% off. I'll go buy you guys one. Funded Next, 30% off and uncapped payouts. That's one of the 3 firms I am trading actively on my stream. Now let's roll it up. This account's only down $600 or $700, so I'm pretty cool on this. I got the A set up right at the spot. I did take the drawdown, took the flush a little bit further. I jumped in like 20 points lower. Now I've got the scalp from here. I've got set up from here and here. This is all A+. This one again can take another $800 of drawdown. I can get right back in here. So you guys that are watching, right? Do you guys like the display and drawing and telling my risk manager like why I'm doing what I'm doing? Like the secret to doing well as a trader is this kind of planning, right? It's like financial planning. It's like balancing a checkbook. It's really the secret to this. Y'all are so funny. Could IDOC focus long enough though to trade? Oh, y'all are talking about when I said that earlier. I think she could. She's very focused. She likes to build stuff and make stuff. She's very like by the book when it comes to following instructions and putting her head down and working hard. She'd be a good trader. I'm not gonna lie. Any thought on running confluence indicators with macro like dollar or ZN on which we're reversing today? I wouldn't be using those. They're not really trending that strongly with the index these days. I'll show you what I mean by that. Great thought. You actually have a table if you guys didn't know this, and I'm about to give you guys something really cool that maybe you never had before. This is for you guys. If you've never used, check the link I just posted in chat. If you've never used the MRCI correlation table, you're welcome. It answers questions of how well things are correlated with each other. So if I go inside of here and you see that I can tell myself like the S&P, let's pick a time frame. How about in the last 30 days? Okay. The S&P has been a green day 93% of days that YM has been a green day. So when YM is green, S&P is green 93% of the time. When S&P is green, NASDAQ is green 99% of the time, right? This is a correlation. And then a negative 100 is an inverse correlation. Something that's 0 is no correlation. Anything that's not really close to 90 is just no correlation. So an example, the dollar and Swiss franc are inversely correlated like this, and EU, etc. So let's see how GC, gold, and the Dow Jones are not correlated. Like gold and S&P not correlated. Gold and NASDAQ not correlated, right? Gold and the dollar not really correlated either on a 30-day time frame. And you can do 60, which is a little better. 90 on the long term, it is. So you can see right now there is a strong correlation between gold and the dollar over a longer term. Shorter term, it has detached. There's not really as much of a correlation. Pretty neat, right? So you guys can see your correlations on how well they work over long periods of time and short periods of time. It's a great tool if you've never used it before. So hopefully, there's the link again. I love this chart. Just used to answer questions back in the day where people were like, oil goes up, will the dollar go down? Well, you can answer that question right here. Let's look at, I don't know, CL is crude oil and the dollar, which is DX 66. It's a weak correlation, somewhat correlated, but not strong. On a long term, on a medium term, not correlated, small term, not correlated, right? And so a lot of times you'll have people throw out like these big sweeping, oh geez, man, we're getting a little volatile there. They're like big sweeping generalizations. And then, am I missing something? Tap that A+ one more time. Where is all the selling pressure coming from? I know Powell's talking, but what the hell? This is what I don't get. Powell, are you... Where's all this dumpage coming from? No clue. No clue. All right. Powell saying, I think we need a stablecoin framework. This is very interesting why the volume's picking up. Yeah, Nvidia's dumping, but still though, Nvidia's got support right here. And it's, oh, that is why Nvidia's breaking hedge pressure. That's not good. So just like S&P and everything, this is that second minus 800 that I can probably take. Nvidia does have support in monthly hedge pressure. That was a little wild there. And again, minus 600, minus 800, I'll double down at hedge pressure monthly. Yeah. All right. Good deal. This is number 2. A and A+. Both of them look good here. Let's double check S&P really quick. S&P barely moving too. NASDAQ is the one that's getting whacked pretty hard. That's Nvidia for you. And I got monthly hedge pressure down here. This is the second entry I'll take. So you guys, like I said, this is exactly the plan this morning where I said I hope I lose $800 because then I'll get it big on the way back up. Yep. Be nice. So long entry here, and then that's it, and then I'll write it. Breaking MHP would be a market crash. And again, if I take a lick and market crashes, it's not going to be a big lick. It'd be like a medium lick. NVIDIA bounce. Yeah, we want to see NVIDIA bounce a little bit lower. If you guys could do me a favor and smash the like button there. And of course, if y'all are checking out all of our prop firm partners, bottom right of the screen, you guys can see all the ones that we have. I recommend, if you guys want to know my plan, go get your 50% off Tradeify, go get your 50% off my fund, and you get one of each. Get an expert for half off. It becomes the price of a starter plus. Amazing. Tradeify, go get your straight to fund at a 50% off. That's awesome. ETF, load up on static. So you guys want to practice prop firms? Static is the way to go. Static is the easiest time you'll have in prop firms. I promise. The Fund and Next is 30% off. That's more like what I trade long term for big, like Fund and Next I'm building for like big ass $1 million payouts. This is my reason I'm trading those guys, is uncapped payouts and no profit split. So at minimum, if you're trading like prop firms, a lot of them have payout caps. A lot of them don't, or some of them don't. There's a couple that I know that don't have payout caps. That's why I like them. And Funded Next has no payout cap. So I keep one of those in my rotation. So that's my big accounts that I'm building up. So those I'm building up slowly because I want to get the big fat payouts with those guys. This is crazy when NASDAQ's just picking up so much steam right now. And my funded, I just got confirmation from the source. It is for existing users, not just new users. This is nuts. Well, NVIDIA is going to bounce on monthly hedge pressure in just a second, so we should be all right. And again, this is all part of the plan. Like I told you guys, I took a stab at the open with the B setup with something small. I got two A's nearby each other right here, which is totally fine. Looking pretty solid here. Long, and I'll probably tap one more at the bottom. Just fighting with this one. So this is just the one I wanted to take the demonstration trade on. So I can lose 600. I can lose 800 on this one, which I'm still kind of in that same range for that. I did not expect it to move so quickly. Let me double check what VIX is doing really quick. Told you guys, we hit that MHP. I'm going to be happy for the big run on the way up. VIX is clean, solid. So this is just, which is so weird because VIX is in decay. So there's not really even any additional volatility. This is just straight tracking. So basically this is just following the stocks that are dumping. There's really no big sweeping market change. This is just an NVIDIA play. So I'm not really scared of this. This will reverse pretty quickly at some point once NVIDIA hits the floor. So we're going to watch this. Yeah. So this is not it. This is not anything to worry about. Market's not crashing. Everything else is relatively stable-ish. Apple's good. Amazon's good. Meta's okay-ish. Selling a little bit. Tesla's good-ish. Yeah. Goog. Decent-ish. EP. It's Nasdaq is the one that's moving pretty quick. NQ here. And like I said, this is just, you know, I've got two setups nearby. I'll take both of them. Not really too worried about it. So that was the first trade. I did close out at that first spot. We came right up in here. I jumped on it one more time. If we hit monthly hedge pressure, I'll tap it with a few more. This account has like 50,000 in buffer. I can easily be down, you know, a couple grand and be fine on this one. Well, let's turn this one into a winner, you guys. Let's get right down here if we can. The sudden bursts with not really a lot of volume. This is just tracking the stock. So the stocks are getting a little bit of liquidation, but it's not even really that bad. So as soon as this exhausts and the volatility, VIX is not even going up. So this is great. This is going to hit hedge pressure and just turn around. Liquidity grab, yeah, something like that. So I'm totally fine with it. Watch the magic, guys. Watch it. Let's see if we get there. Hit that 700 level. Get a little closer. Get a little closer. Get a little bit closer there. Shouldn't likely overshoot either. Here we go. There it is. All right. That's close enough, right? I'm pretty much on par about what I'd expect to lose on that first one. So we're right here on that hedge pressure tap. 701. We shouldn't overshoot it with no volatility, so we should be good. All right. I'm in 3 now. In the original 1, just playing the range. Let's see if we can get some bounce off of this. Should be good at least from here to there. It's 743. That'll basically turn this profitable for the day, but we'll see. This is a really nasty. Hey, what's up? Ooh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey, I'm gonna teach you how to trade. People want you to start trading.
Why?
Because I told them to. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, focus time.
Are you teaching me
Oh
right now?
shoot! This
Wait.
is.
Oh, okay.
No, it's okay. No, it's just spare juice. I got it. Should be all right. Oh my god, it's like juicing.
Yeah.
It's juicy. Thank you.
You need a towel?
I need like 2 towels.
Oh my god.
I'm totally fine. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Okay.
I'm totally kidding.
Freaking me out.
All right, focus time. Thank you.
Bye.
Rock. Market's going crazy right now. All right. I'm so behind on chat right now. All right, here's the bounce I want to see right here. This is tough, so I'll hit it pretty hard on this one here. All right, here's the trick. Here it is. So this was the plan. Take a little bit of heat, take a little bit of heat. If I got the A+, I can get the A+, should be good. Fingers crossed. Now breaking this is about 10% of days will close below this. About 80% of days will close above blue. So if I get that bounce, hedge pressure on the dot, you guys, this is what I'm telling you. Rocket Scooter, hedge pressure, 701 on the dot. Let me zoom in on this. You guys saw my whole plan this whole time. How good is my calculation? Can we play the song? Oh, you guys know it. The song has been like losing its magic powers lately though. I don't think we break monthly hedge pressure and crash the market today, but we'll see. Breaking orange would be very bad, so let me make sure I let you guys know that. Very bad. There's your hedge pressure bounce. There's your volume around it. Dude, this was like a calculated perfection. I was really good on calculating the drawdown, everything. I'm at the pivot that I need to be on. $701 bounce. Let's check S&P really quick. S&P is barely moving. That's the funny part. The opportunities in NASDAQ today. All right, fingers crossed. Dude, the volume has just picked up tremendously on the NASDAQ. VIX is not even moving, so we shouldn't be overshooting that pivot. It should bounce really swift. If it's gonna bounce, it'll bounce within a couple minutes. 90% of days do close above this orange. Doesn't mean it can't break. If it breaks, then it's a nosedive. So fingers are crossed here. Don't lose that 700. Come on now. If we lose it, it's a pretty nasty dump day. So I'll be only be on the sidelines. Again, when I take my bull trades, you know, I might have one day where it doesn't work, and then that's the day that I just close out and then walk away. So I'm not going to be revenge trading. If I lose this, I just lose this. But A pluses are usually pretty good. I did take a little bit of heat on this one. This account's up like 50 grand, so. Hang in there, baby. Hang in there. Hang in there. Hang in there. Should be breaking MHP. This is sucky. Oh, fuck this. All right. I'll get back in when it breaks on the upside. Not good. So what I'll do is if it gets back above it, I'll get back in. So I'm closing out on that. And then if we get back above orange, I'm backing on the long side. Hang in there. Got to get that bounce. Got to get that bounce. It shouldn't be overshooting. VIX is finally starting to move. This was really gnarly for S&P for Nasdaq. Let me actually try one more time. All right, I like this move here. Back in, back in. Okay. One more time. I like the move for back above, so back in on it. Oh wait, hold on, play the song one more time. I just got out of the way in case it was crashing. Now I'm back in, same position. Tough day, but we'll be fine. I'll be fine. Eighth time is the charm. Third time is the charm, okay. I'm reaching for the sky. I'll be right back, guys. I'm going to the bathroom. Hold on. Take a quickie break. All right, back. Sorry about that, guys. All right, hang in there, monthly. Hang in there. Should be all right. Should be good. That's the rarest of the rare to break through monthly hedge. So I'm back in because we're holding it and should be good volatility dying down. And of course, sitting here, I'll take one more stab at it. That's it. But very bad on the break. Very, very, very bad on the break. Come on, baby, let's run it. Nvidia just kind of slamming a little lower, but we'll see, right? Let's see if we do okay here. I hop back in on this, so we should be good. All right, we need the other song though, right? The country song. That was some wild selling pressure today. Yeah, dynamic overnight levels. But like I said, when I've been logging the same bull market, the same trade every day, I just took it small so that I can get these A pluses down here. These are good. So now these are my favorite setups here. A plus, DD band's also A plus. This is A. If we hold this. If we break A back up here. Oh, all right. I am completely baffled by how quickly Nasdaq has been moving with no volume, but because the stocks are selling pretty hard. But MHP usually holds. We should be good. VIX is not moving. I think should be fine. Maybe I'll take it smaller with 2. No, I'm gonna hang on to 3. I'm not a wuss. I'm not a wuss. Multi-res is good. Data's good. Yep. VIX not taking off. Just an NVIDIA thing. We should be fine. Here's the strength of the pivot here. I want to see volume declining candles with advancing candles. That's all I want to see. Means the algo is picking up some upward movement on tracking stocks that are moving. That's all I want to see. Come on, hang in there. Take one more stab at this. You can turn this day green. Expected to hold. It's trying to hold. You guys see whenever you hit the pivots, it's trying to hold. You see how the market is hovering at this level. So even if I'm wrong for the right place. And that's kind of the whole important part of this. Come on, hit that 700 and hold. 2 or 3 times we've gotten that green candle that's been really nice. Come on, baby. And again, it's like random, right? If the market breaks it, it breaks it. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But at least in all of this, I'm wrong at the right place. If I'm wrong. Gonna ride the wave. Down. Come on. There's no volatility. So it shouldn't be overshooting. If it does go down here, it's crashing. So the difference between volatility and difference between actual selling is if we break MHP with the velocity, the market is crashing. So when we overshot, I got out of the way really quick to prevent a crash. When it came back up here, I jumped right back in at the level. Come on, you give us some love here, market. Yeah, this will be green by the end of the day. One more time, I love that song. The hour ends in 5 minutes. I don't think there's any more news today. All right. Bow down. S&P is doing absolutely nothing too, right? The opportunity is in Nasdaq right now. Come on, Nasdaq. It is so crazy how sharp 701. This is our pivot we gave you guys last night in the Discord, right? This is MHP. Expected to hold. Very bad if it breaks. If it breaks, you've got DD band at the bottom, which again is another A+ support. This is so like, hang in there. NVIDIA at MHP. So NVIDIA's got bounce point nearby too. Well, it's good. It's going to ride the wave. Oh my goodness. Today be the day that Nasdaq just claws through a lot of our pivots. But nah, it should hold. It should hold. Go ahead and grab something. Maybe I'll trade something else. Let me add to this. I don't like that it's pressing through it, but we should be all right. Hang in there, baby. Dude. Lame ass Nasdaq today. Come on, hang in there. Get back above. Get back above. Come on, get back above. Come on, get back above 700. Hang in there, hang in there, hang in there. VIX is barely moving too. And we got DD band scoop up. If it does fall, there's like another A plus down there. Just super incredible. Dude, another fucking day like this. That's crazy. All right, so this is booty. Let me trim out. And I've got DD band nearby as well. Dude, this is like not this. I can't even explain this today. All right, I want to get back above here and being on this long again. One more time. What the hell is going on with Nasdaq today? Yeah, hold on one second. Let me turn the music back on. Hang in there. NVIDIA finally tapping its low support. We should be fine on the overshoot. I trimmed down the 2. We should be fine. But man, this is just like... Do-do-do. All right, let's get back right above here. Should be good. I trimmed down the 2, but I'm still hanging on. I got 40 points of overshoot to play with on this. Flipped the monitor upside down. No, it's just a couple of stocks been selling off. It should be good. It'd be very bad if we did break through this, but it should be all right. Hopefully by end of the day. DD band is the last tapping point. This is my plan to kind of get some A+ setups down in here. Still not completely broken yet, but I'm still waiting on this to support and play out. The songs didn't work today either, of all things. Should be good though. I'm still somewhat up-ish for the day, kind of, from those initial trades, but the Nasdaq ones I've been working on the stream, not so up. 2 of my accounts got beat up pretty good, but the other 8 accounts are doing all right. All right, so I might actually trade. I got one more trade down in here. Big nasty sell-off day today, and my last attempt support is right here, inside of here. Should be all right. Should be good. The lower band, this is a risk interval band, and this is basically another 92% setup. Like, I'm hanging on. I mean, this is probably gonna work. I'm just hanging on to it. Rocket scooter's gonna ride the wave. Blind monkey, swing the line. I love it. MHP one more time. I'm going to get in on some of my accounts here. I'm going to long some more. Where's this one? All right, grabbing another long here at MHP on the break if I can get it. Cool, cool. Yeah, so these are actual dynamic pressure, and so these are both also high volume pivots to trade off of. So hanging in there. Hanging in there. If we get back above orange one more time, I'll jump back in on this a little heavier. Let's see if we can't get something good here. I'm about to build my longs up again. I'm longing all of my accounts right now. All right, let's do it. Adding back to this to the 3 that I had. All right, looking good here, looking good here. Hang in there, monthly hedge. Playing that volatility, just trimming the risk, keeping it the same. Oh, let's go, baby. Let's go. Come on. Hold on to it. At least from here to here would be the setup I want to get. Non-volatile, market falling just on some big, heavy rotation out of tech. Should be good. The fact that ES is holding, yeah, 100% love the fact that ES is holding. Come on, hang in there. Shouldn't be crashing out on this. We should be able to hold. 2 overshoots with non-volatility. Very, very, very rare. I got scared out of the position I was in and just trimmed down a little bit, but I'm still hanging on to it because MHP is the expected hold. And let's see how good this is. Ooh, let's go. Let's go. One monkey, swing the line. Give me that big, giant, I love you green candle. Give me the giants. Give me the I love yous. It gets a little nasty sometimes on these sell-off days, but you know what? We all right here. All right, I hit max profit on some of these accounts. I can't make any more than some of these here. I bless my consistency. Oh, this is nice. This is nice. So the accounts I closed out earlier, now I'm diving in. I've been only fighting this with just 2 accounts. One of them just went green and is now up $2,000 for the day. We go ahead and close that one out. And then this one on the screen is still down 3,000. The one on the screen is the one I've been fighting it with. Oh, dude, if I get the bounce here. Oh, believe it or not, as much as I've been fighting, I'm up about 7,000-8,000 still because I closed out most of that earlier today. I've only been fighting it in 2 accounts to be fighting this one here. So let's see if I'm doing all right. Hanging on to it, baby. All right. I'm long in 1 contract in every one of the accounts that was up this morning on MHP hold. 1 contract. This is good. Rocket Daddy to the rescue. Let's go. Why did I trade it with ES? Because ES isn't even close. ES is not even moving. Like Nasdaq just completely died out. ES hasn't touched anything. So now I'm going to be trying one more attempt right here and hedge pressure. The expected hold holds. And we'll see. Like I said, one more time. This account's the one that's fighting it. Give me that love. I'm not scared of this. VIX is absolutely in decay. NVIDIA is the really kind of like the culprit here. NVIDIA is creating what we call a gamma squeeze. So what happens is when you break hedge pressure, see how NVIDIA just starts to pick up all that random volume on that selling. That's what you're seeing. Apple. so crazy. Apple's rallying, right? Amazon's kind of just sitting flat. Microsoft's dying out. Microsoft just had an MHP break as well, so that's another kind of crummy part of this. Hang in there. Don't even dial me yet. This is kind of crummy. And we have DD band below this. Well, shit. Now we got that bounce here. What the fuck is going on today? Finally, one more high volume pivot here. All right, I give up. Damn. Oh, we should be all right. This is my only red account too, this one right here. That fucking hurts. Okay, let me just trim that out. All right, I'm done with that. I don't know, guys. This is nuts. So there's something weird going on here with NVIDIA. Everything else. All right. All right, this is a really nasty move. Let's get out of the way of this one. That is hilarious. So this is my account with the 50K buffer. Overall, I still think I'm... Show you guys this one. These are my stats for the day. Let me show y'all. I didn't do too bad. But that account got fucking shit on. Hold on. Believe it or not, I think I'm still green for the day. But this account got beat pretty hard. So this one is down like 7K. Now this one is up like 50K though total. So I think when you add it up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 58, 60, I'm probably actually flat for the day overall. Damn, that day was that was nuts, right? As much as we were expecting this to hold and it dumped out, I was playing it in just that last account there. Everything else, I bought some one contracts here. These accounts were both up $1,000, $1,500 each, and I put one contract on both of them. And when it fell, I closed this one, and this one. So these accounts finally flipped red, and then this one. These are the only two that had room still to move. Everything else hitting basically max profit. So today, yeah. So I'm essentially, yeah, this was a tough day. But splitting your risk up is all the trick. That is the trick. I'm not trading this in all 10 of my accounts. I traded my 10 accounts today, close out most of them with profit there. And then I held on to those two for this move, and then we died out. DD band is the last particular setup trade I can do. This is 92% of days will close above here, but damn, this was just absolutely nuts. And I think the squeeze coming out of just a couple of really big stocks, NVIDIA breaking monthly hedge pressure, is actually really nasty. This is just a liquidation sell-off day if there ever was one. So, like I said, when it comes down to it, I'm up like, 70 grand over the last 3 weeks. And so the way that trading works is the one bull day that breaks everything, you will take a loss. But over time, the whole trick is they go up. This is the 7th day I've done the same setup. And then today's the day it didn't work. And even when it didn't work, I walked away slightly green anyways. And the point of splitting up your risk is exactly that. Yeah, I got hammered on stream, but I was just trying to fight that one trade. And now, once we get back above here, I'm going to get right back in on the long on this one account, keep playing it. This one has 50K of buffers, so I'm pretty cool on being able to take even a 10K loss on this and be fine on the worst possible down day. I think this is the worst down day I've had in a single account in about a month. 75 is pretty gnarly in one account, but I kept hitting this one pretty hard on this one. And the 90% pivot, as much it was trying to hold, 10% of days it doesn't break, and only 8% of days fall down through here. So the rarity of things just means I'm out of the way, and I'm going to wait for a better setup and get right back in. No, Rocket Scooter works every single day. Nothing can predict the fucking stock market. You guys got to think about it like this. The market will sometimes become overpowered. Probabilities are probabilities for a reason, right? And so 10% happens, and that's just part of the game. But over time, I go up. So even if I just turn this account minus 2,003, so I make 3,000, even walk away red on this, I'm still green for the day. So across the board, I've got 3 accounts that I'm going to work on for the rest of the stream. You guys hang tight. I'll get these accounts green if I can. Back on top of DD band, just like this one again, I'm going to try one more time to get back in on the long. VIX is barely moving. That's the thing. This is not... This is so weird because this is just NASDAQ. S&P has barely moved. Barely moved. This is just a NASDAQ thing, and it's the sensitivity to the tech stocks that are moving. You have 2 hedge pusher breaks. So people are just dumping the stock, and that's just something you can't forecast. Yeah. Which is totally fine. But I haven't had a... Probably in this a single account. It's probably the worst down day I've had in a single account probably in a month. I think I'm on like a 10 or 15 day winning streak. This is the first day that I may... I mean, I think I'm still green if I add it up. Yeah. Oh, one of my funded necks, the reason there's not 4 of them on there went funded. So I'm in the process of getting my KYC done. One of those deal accounts that I had with Funded Next, that one busted, and I had to start a new one like maybe 10 days ago, 8 or 9, 10 days ago, and then I finally passed it. So I lost one of my DLL accounts, I think, on that last sell-off day we had maybe 2 weeks ago. So the babysitting no DLL accounts that I bought, I lost one, and now it's back to being funded. So now we just wait. Now the cool thing about it is every once in a while, when the market does this, like every single day was decent, and now today's the day where market dies out, and then I'm still walking away kind of almost greenish. The whole point of sticking to your guns is over time you make money. So still, I think I'm still up for the day. I'm gonna add that up pretty good. And I got this one account to work on. This is my big fat account that I can play with. Let's see, this is for, this is for 53, 56, 57, 67, 75, 75. I'm down $500. So on the worst possible crash day we lose all the pivots, I'm down $500. The whole point of trading risk management is not getting every trade right. Even when I get it wrong, I'm still not losing money, right? This is the point of splitting your risk up, right? This is the whole point of doing that. My green trades out the door, I longed with positive resilience right here. And when we went to half gap, I took profit because we were fighting that today. That was straight up out the door. That was the majority of the accounts. And I jumped in with a couple NASDAQ contracts here to here, closed out. Resilience was a little wobbly, so I was going to hold to gap fill. And then when S&P filled the gap, I just trimmed some of it because S&P was the one that was touching the gap fill first. So I longed at the open, got up here. When S&P hit its resistance, I just started taking profit on the NASDAQ. Usually you trade from pivot to pivot inside of redistribution zone. And that's it. I wasn't holding for a big break. And then this one account, I was holding on to one. That was the only one I was holding. I was holding a runner on 2 of the accounts. And then when it fell out, I closed out on 2 of the accounts. Market fell to here, right? We did all this. I tried again. I longed on this account here, and then it fell. I longed some more. And then when it dipped, I longed in a second account, one of them, the one that was losing as well. And when it rallied up to here, it made its way to its actual profit target limit, which is about 1,800 is all I'm going for. And once it hit that, it just actually closed out. Once it got profit, I got lucky by getting out of the way on that one. That one could have taken a nosedive too. And so with these, I'm just trying to get a set profit target on them to keep consistency going. And then just the one on the stream that I kept taking stabs at took a beating. But here's the thing, right? Stay tuned because I'm going to turn it green by the end of the day. If we happen to approach this one more time, a trade from there to there, I'll get most of it back. I'll risk 3 to make 4. It's a 50-point run. It's a 1.25 to 1 trade. And I love days like this because you guys get to watch. You get to watch some technique, and that's it. Yeah. So I'm not gambling more in the accounts I'm not showing. The one that I'm showing is the one I'm doing the most trading on. So it was like the one I'm showing is treat it like this. I have 5 DOMs and all the other ones are working with consistency. This account is at 50K. Treat this like a real trading account. if I was trading my real trading account, it's the one I would be fighting the market with. So consider this one that can go up and down pretty big throughout the day. The other ones I'm still just playing the consistency game on. And I took the same trade in all my accounts this morning and closed out. I'm not taking any additional trades in those accounts that I'm not taking on the screen. So the one I take on the screen, I will mirror in a certain amount of the accounts. Like right here, I was only doing it in a handful. And then 2 of my fund index still had room to move. They each had about 1,000. They each took a nosedive and took red, and I closed out of them. But I can't show like 10 DOMs on the stream. It's kind of like hard to do that. So, but treat this as like, this is the, if my real trading account is mirroring what this account would be doing, is taking a stab, taking a stab, taking a stab, and I'm going to try again right back when we get to here. And then of course, my 2 fund index, the ones that are down a little bit, I'm going to try to get those green as well. We get right back above DD band. I'm going to get right back in on the long side there. Let me double check that we have NVIDIA solid here. I want to make sure NVIDIA is back above monthly hedge pressure. This flush day was weird. If NVIDIA gets back into liquidity pocket, this could be reversal for the rest of the day, which I'm hoping we do get. So I'm going to start arming some of my accounts, get ready to go. For these fund index, let me get these prepped, ready to grab along if I can. The second trade that I take is I long on every single time on DD band. If I get it, that'd be kind of nice. I'll get right back into the long as soon as we tap it one more time back on NASDAQ. Same trade as earlier. Yep. So just watch. Just watch. We're going over all of it. It's helpful. Yeah, no problem. And like I said, some days the market's just going to pick up unusual selling. We clobbered through high volume pivot number 1, high volume pivot number 2, and now we hit high volume pivot number 3, and we broke through all of it. And now once that volatility is not even moving, we get right back up to here. I'll get right back in on the trade. Part of trading is understanding that this isn't going to crash the market today. We should be pretty good. It should be pretty decent. Actually, I have room to move on this account too. Okay. I have one account, the one that's only up, the one that's up 1,000. I can actually play with that one as well. This one, I'm going to wait till I get to the green line break. Tapping the green line is automatic entry. So I'm going to wait until we get to it before I jump in on the long. I will jump in on the long every single time. I love when I get to show technique. Sometimes it seems like pretty light and easy. Like I just jump in on a trade and you guys watch me do it. And it's like I'm in and out and I don't really get to show much because I'm in and out so quick and I make my money and I'm done. But watching technique is really good. You guys got to watch me plan each one of those trades, plan the loss every time. Okay, so I'm back in. If we break through it, I'm just going to take one at the start. Now, there could be some big red on this, which is kind of normal, but with no volatility, I don't expect much of it. Let me go ahead and just plot out where that midpoint is here. I do take every single time on the break. I am in a little early, so I could take a little drawdown on this, which I'm fine. Which should be good from there to there. If we hold there, I'm okay. If we break there, the scalp from here to there will make back a significant portion of any of the downside I took. But I like to make sure we're good. Normally I wait for the break to confirm, but the break can move super quick. No volatility right now. VIX is absolutely not moving. VIX is actually in decline for the session, which is so weird because this move in NASDAQ is just like 2 stocks doing this, which is the craziest part. This one account's getting beat up pretty bad though. That's all right. You should be good. Blood monkey, ride the wave. Down. Right. So when I tell people don't copy trade, imagine copy trading. You could have blown up all your accounts. I'm just down in one account. That's the best part. I'm very good at I need to find a way to show you guys how I'm managing the multiple accounts. That would kind of be helpful too, as you guys see me navigating multiple accounts. I'm normally just playing the ones that have the most room to play. All right, so now I'm back in funded next long. I'm long funded next to 2 accounts that are red, and I'm longing 1 extra Tradeify account right now. I'm in 4 accounts. I'm trading these 2. I'm long. I'm trading this one right here. And let me add one more to that. And then I'm trading this one that's at 1,000 because it has about $800 it can still make. All right, let's do it with 3. Let's do the same shit as before. I'll be willing to take this account down to 10K if I'm wrong. 10K loss. Let's bet on DD Band. So DD Band, I long every single time. You guys know the rule there. We do have a trade setup song called Every Single Time. If y'all want to hear it, somebody made it. I love technique days because you guys can watch me do technique. Where's the every single time? There we go. Hold on. The account that has 2,000 bucks, I'm in 2 contracts, so that's about at 1,800 already. Very dope. I can only make about 1,800 before I close out. That's about my limit, 1,800 to 2,000.
Data screams beneath the screen. Artificial minds run lean. Rocket scooter takes the wheel. The truth in charts is
Every single time, every single time. Is somebody asking me to send them money? Have you seen my trading day today? I don't got any. Not today. I didn't make anything. He waits till I have a winning day before he asks me for money. Resilience is never wrong. I love these lyrics. Okay, I'm closing out this one account now. This one's up 1,800 bucks. Profit target's made. Good deal. Both my FUD and Next are now green. This account making 600 bucks. Oh, I'm gonna turn this to a green day. I love days like this. Y'all wanna watch me turn it around? So somebody said, I don't talk about copy trading. How do I get your accounts each having 2K and P&L? One at a time, dude. One at a time. That's it. I just told you guys the ones I'm trading. One at a time. That's it. That's the trick. I work on accounts one at a time. If everything lines up, I'm usually in all of them. Today, not everything lined up. It was a B setup. I wasn't in all of them. I was in most of them. And then whenever I got profit quickly, I got out of most of them. I never trade. Sometimes I'll go long in a bunch of different ones, but I never just long at the same time. Like here, I longed in this account. It fell a little more. I longed in another account, fell a little bit more. I longed in another account. I'm spreading my risk up all around here. On this dive, I longed in another account. I'm diving in on some of these. 2 of the accounts made $1,000 just on that move. And then I got the profit target and cut out. I'm always working some account at some point. Oh, I'm fucking green for the day. I'm way green for the day. Every single time. Giveaway soon. Yeah, giveaway soon. You love the songs, dude. I love this song too.
every single time. Rocket brains with battle cry. Resilience never bends or breaks. It shapes the edge that fortune takes. From bell to bell, we ride the trend that leads the charge until the end. ES-tate every single time.
Dude, I love this song. T6, man, that's dope, dude. One more time. It's like AI Iron Maiden, dude. I dig it. All right, I'm fucking green for the day. Let's go. Look, no volatility. This was dumb. We recovered. I'm back in. Give me that green, baby. Let's roll it. So this account is now only down $5,000, which is all right. My 2 fund and next are actually each up $1,200-ish right now. I could take profit now that they're both green, but I can get about 2,000 on it. I'm gonna risk it because I'm not a pussy. All right, let's get those at 2,000 each. Dude. Hold on, we need the headband. Come on, hang in there. MHP is the exit target just on a scalp. I'm gonna hold for long. Got my home runner. ESG every single time. I love that lyric, dude. Hold on, I'm gonna hear it one more time. MHP and DD lines. Honestly, dude, this would be in my Discman in junior high. We take the train, we don't ride, or what does it say? Resilience is never wrong. We ride the DD long. This is great, man. These lyrics are fucking hilarious, dude. This song's an absolute banger, guys. Good job, man. You might have won the contest before you even started, dude. All right. Let's hang in there. Let's get above monthly hedge. That's what I want to see. Here's the first possible challenge to this. All right. We do have... every single time. Let's hope that Nvidia stays in liquidity pocket, which should be good. Dude, this okay, so today you really can't explain a lot of this other than people were just dumping Nvidia. That's really what it was. And normally you wouldn't expect this, but there's just a huge, this could be insider trading, this could be something. But normally Nvidia doesn't fall so hard, but this was a liquidation event. Yo, wait, hold on. The AI song has an AI guitar solo? This is great. This sounds like Master Puppets Metallica level guitar solo. This is like so Kirk Hammett, dude. That's like absolutely Lars on the drums there. Well, he's not that great at double bassing, but certainly like Iron Maiden singing. This song is so cool, right? Literally, I would be jamming this in my Discman. All right, one more time. I can listen to the song all day, but can you make me like an entire album of like AI Metallica and Iron Maiden? The worst AI song ever. That's an acquired taste. You kind of have to be like a metalhead from the 80s to kind of sort of take the nostalgia of this. We have some pretty dope ones. So basically we're doing a contest for songwriting contest here. If you write an AI theme song, hip hop, EDM, metal, rock, whatever, the winners of the contest are all going to get lifetime membership of Rocket Scooters. So start submitting. We have a contest song submission channel in our Discord. Write a song and send it to us. Hey, Janus, what's up, man? I'm doing good, bud. How you been? How's your day going today, dude? What about AC/DC? Yeah. I love AC/DC. Runs over gurus! So it's just never wrong! Come on, I love it. Every single time. All right, let's bump above orange, dude. Let's get it. Give me that orange up to there. At minimum, on the breakthrough is my first profit take I'll do on this. Then I'll watch, and then if it supports here, I'll take one more long with the runner. So I'd like to get the first overshoot to maybe take profit on. The contest start already? Yeah, so the contest has started now. Battle cry. That's cool. That's really cool. So at least this little resistance area would be the breakout resist. I could take profit on this, drop it to a runner, and hold one up to the top if it does rally. That should be a good way to finish off this day. I got this currently in 3 of my accounts. This one in 3, my Fund and X all with 1. So Fund and X, I'll have 1 contract here. I'm not trying to scalp, I'm not trying to anything. I'm going to hold those up to profit target and close those out about 2,000 bucks each. Like I said, sometimes the market gets nasty, but I told you guys, stick around. You're going to watch magic today. My music is a computer screaming words with no instruments. Dang, man. I can't take your noise in the background anymore. Man. So we got a fucking music snob here. Here, let me show you Submarine Squid. This is him with his V-neck shirt and his scarf. Actually, this is not music. I know what music is, and this is noise in the background. Anyways, my latte is cold. Hello, my latte is cold. Fucking nerd. Oh my god. Dude, the Seattle scarf, like I'm just messing with you, bro. I love you. The V-neck. My neck is hot. My chest is hot, but my neck is cold. Hello. I'm just messing with you, bro. That's not everybody's taste. That's not everybody's taste. It is noise in the background. Not everybody likes metal. I'm such a metalhead, though. I love it, dude. I eat it up. Monkey ball time. I don't know, man. See your comments. What you got, man? What you got for me? You know, we just troll you guys. We're family here. We all bust each other's nuts here. Nobody trolls anybody more than you knuckleheads trolling me all the time. Havusa, send you dollars like you send you. No, fuck off. I send you shit. Oh my god. No. I love you, but no. Go get a fucking job. Talking about send you money. I love you guys, but no. Stop. We walking around with the 10 cup begging for money. What are you going to do for me? I'll hire you to do something. You got any labor skills? You know how to build cabinets? I'll hire you and give you a job. You asking for money, you can fuck off. Oh my god. Making OnlyFans. You got pretty looking feet? Sugar Plum? Start an OnlyFans channel for you. All right. Let's get this move going. Come on, guys. Move it. You got some pretty looking feet? Oh, we gotta do the giveaway, guys. All right. We did hit 1,000 viewers today. Let's do Tradeify giveaway. Actually, let's do Tradeify and take profit. No, wait, hold on. Let me double check. Come on, guys. I'm hyped up today because I had EST. I've got that metal in me. I'm a little fiery. Come on. Hang in there. Hang in there. Push the move. What do we got today? EST every single time. We take the train. We don't ride. I don't know if that's what the lyrics are, but that's what it sounds like in my head. All right. Let's do big fat giveaway today. Who do we give away? Hold up. We'll do a Tradeify straight to fund it as promised. EST every single time. The first test, if it does bounce a support here, this is what I've drawn right there. Breakthrough move. DD band should hold 92% of days will close above. All right. We try to have fun when we're trading. Sometimes we just make it goofy, you know. Part of the show is just being fun, entertaining you guys. I'm kind of a comedian at times. I heckle people. It's all in good fun. I like to just be like, for sure I'm a comedian, you guys in the audience. I will talk shit to all of y'all, but it's all in good natured fun. Tradeify, let's get this up going on here. Actually, let's see this. Tradeify. All right, I haven't done the bot yet, so you guys gotta wait till I do the bot. Here we go. There's no way damn market's crashing today. You hold, you stay put at DD band. Don't you break this again a second time. You hang on to that. This one I'm just trying to hold for the reversal. One more red candle to try to scare everybody. Give it to us. Back to flat. Like I said, I'm just holding for now for us to hold above. That's like my new jam on this. ESG every single time. This is the A+ setup. Universe, hand it to me on a silver platter. Do I want to be ballsy on this one? Do I want to risk any further? DD ratio is good. Can I add to it? Do I want to be that kind of guy? 4, man. You guys never see me jumping on 4. That's pretty big. Oh my God. And if this loses today, I'm just going to cry. I'm going to absolutely cry. I think we stopped playing the song, the music, the market just hated it. I have no clue as to what the hell is going on with NVIDIA. I've been trying to look at this and look at the noise and look at the news and see if there's anything. No idea why there's just such a massive dump of NVIDIA that's defying all expectations of the stock. I can't, so like I said, I have no clue what's going on with this. And I've been trying to look. No news, nothing. But this is a big, nasty little liquidation of a couple of big name stocks that has really pushed. And the S&P hasn't been moving. So this isn't not like that the entire stock market's collapsing. This is just like a low volume overreaction to a couple stocks sort of thing. And now I'm back to even. I'm going to cry if I don't get anything on this one. All right, type in Tradeify, you guys. We'll do that giveaway in just a second. What? This is just like no volume on holiday, no buying. The market's just, essentially the algos are just tracking whatever stocks are moving and the rest of the stocks are flat. Rest of Wall Street just kind of sitting pretty and still as nothing is moving. I think that's just basically causing the Nasdaq to move very rapidly just off of the couple of stocks that are moving down. These sectors aren't looking so bad, which is why I'm very perplexed. Some kind of insider noise, insider trading, NVIDIA. Like, look at this. Everything is decent other than tech. So one, fucking stupid NVIDIA. Literally, like, so it's got to bounce and like return back to higher. Like, irrational day. Like, this is just stupid. Okay. I can't even. On this break, back to there, and on this break, back to there. I'm still hanging on to the same trade because it should close above here. It's not like every stock is selling off. It's just a Nasdaq thing. And this is very interesting to see the Nasdaq detach so rapidly when majority of the stocks aren't even moving. The majority of the stocks are flat and chilling. So Apple is green for the day. Amazon is green for the day. Microsoft is slightly red for the day. So Microsoft is also one of the ones that's moving. Meta too, I guess. Just a big tech sell-off. I picked the wrong day to log the NASDAQ, I'll tell you. Tesla's looking good. Google's looking somewhat decent, but not too bad. This count's getting beaten the hell up here. Hanging on there one more time. Nvidia. No volatility, no nothing. So Nvidia is kind of where I'm looking for right here. This is a potential second move here. If we get it. Like I said, I'm all right with it. Hang in there. Hang in there, man. What an unlucky day to get on NASDAQ, because S&P didn't even move really at all relative to the same amount of movement in NASDAQ. S&P is absolutely like within like a 15-point range of itself. NASDAQ dropping 200 and something points is an absolute overkill of the same magnitude move. NASDAQ was moving 3 times as much. Every 10 points in S&P is roughly 40 points in NASDAQ. So for the S&P to move 15, NASDAQ should have only moved 60 points. Instead, NASDAQ overshot 250, 4 times the distance relative to S&P. And that's just the impact of how much weight the tech stocks have on this. So as crazy as that is, let's get back above the CD band and it should be fine. But man, this is like tech explosion. We're going to run out of time to do the giveaway. Kind of a somber mood watching the market just die. But, you know, I still take stabs at my EST pivots, which just basically means A+ setup. Even if it loses 3, 4, 5, 6 times in a row, statistically it works over time. I mean, you guys watch my trading over time very well. So even if it fails, EST is the kind of motto I have to take a high probability setup every single time, because I have to for the statistics to play out. If I just choose when to do it and when not to do it, the statistics are no longer in my favor. So the goal is that I have to trade something every single time for the probabilities to work in my favor. If it fails the first time, I'll take it the second time. I'll take it the third time. I'll take it the fourth time. With statistical based trading, which is what I do, you have to take your setups every time, no matter what. The goal is just surviving by keeping your position size relatively stable. So EST, let's click that song again one more time. I love that song. All right, giveaway in just a second here. Let me tweet it up here. Thank you guys for tuning in. Hang in there. This day was very fun to trade. I love there's some activity here. You know, obviously it's not just like making money, losing money. It makes me happy. Having a fun day that I can play with is actually fun. Test some of my skills out. All right. Let's see if there's one more song you guys have in here. Rocket Scooter Man. Wait, I think we heard this one yesterday. Wait, this is where I heard that one yesterday. All right, let's try this one. Type Tradify in chat, you guys.
Every ticket chance, dollar signs I see. Rocket to riches blasting through the haze. Screen glow blinding in this money maze.
Tough day like this. And if you guys had a tough day, I understand it's tough. Copy trading, you would have busted all your accounts. Splitting up your risk like I do, at worst, I could bust one account. However, this account is 50K of buffer. This account can lose 10K on its worst day and I won't even flinch. No big deal. So splitting up your risk, I teach you guys that. Believe it or not, you guys watch me long and all morning and only one of my accounts is red. This account has a really big profit target. That's why I take more risk in this one, because I have to make a lot on this one. And I have a lot of fat on this one. The other ones, I just get my profit target and I get out because I have consistency rolls to fight that are lower. This is very promising, but again, the continued selling was a little kind of meh. The fact that volatility is not going higher just lets me believe that this is a bounce point. VIX is not even barely moving. We should be good for like a nice big fat. If there's another red candle here, at least in the next hour or two, green to retrace here. By the end of the day, we should be back up to that 750 level. I just feel it. VIX is not climbing. The S&P is not dying unless the rest of the stock starts selling off. This is just a super heavy rotation day. People were absolutely vacating tech and jumping into everything else for whatever reason. So it's very rare to see the deviation so big like that. I think a lot of too is that the actual high level or the level of NASDAQ being so high, it's very sensitive to price changes on a percent basis. Because the travel distance is a lot faster than the travel distance in the S&P. See, even S&P is testing its lows from yesterday, but the travel distance is not that much. NASDAQ, like way up here, and the weight of the big cap stocks, its travel distance is much further. So you're seeing a lot more variability in NASDAQ. The S&P had two tiny little candles. NASDAQ had two massive ones. And that's just, I think, sensitivity to the value itself based on a percent basis. You're going to see the weighing of the NASDAQ being so lopsided due to the tech. And if the tech is really all that's taken out, the S&P is going to be just less move on a percent basis than NASDAQ. All right. Get back above here. Normally, this isn't rejection and resist. If we lose this and continue to sell off, then I don't even know what to say. I just get back in every time it touches. And it might fail maybe 2 or 3 times, but by the end of the day, we'll be up above it. Very rarely, without an event or catalyst, you don't break DD bands and keep selling. There's just not something that happens. So if tech is losing key levels, then yeah, we keep going. But NASDAQ is pretty clean here if NVIDIA stays good here. NVIDIA fell all the way to monthly hedge pressure. Here's your high volume pivot we talk about, predictable high volume pivot. And if we lose this, it can speed up and crash. So keep an eye on NVIDIA today. This is very, very key to today's strategy. I'm going to put NVIDIA actually on my screen up here. That was pretty gnarly. ESG every single time. We take the train, we don't ride. All right, spin the wheel. Tradeify straight to funded. Let's go. Ever trade the Dow? Not really. How about a Tradeify toast for your follower Brazil celebrating his birthday today? Everybody, toast to my friend Neto, stream member and birthday today. The reason I don't trade the Dow for no reason other than it's just too much to track. And the Dow is, I like the market cap weight index better. Soil, food, web warrior. Hold on 1 second. Oops, hold on. I gotta message somebody. So. All right, congratulations. You're a winner of that. And also, let's just go ahead and do, you know what? Actually, we're backing up into getting close to my funded futures. What I'm going to tell you guys to do, come to my funded and I'll get you guys hooked up over there because they're going to do a ton of giveaways, especially with that deal they have. In the meantime, hold on. Hold on. Hold up. How's the trade doing? Oh, good. We're green again. All right, cool. Congrats, man. What you need to do is take a screenshot of your YouTube account from your perspective, log into your YouTube, like open it up, take a screenshot, go to our Discord, message our admin Slacks, SLACKS, post in the contest channel if you need to get a hold of him and let him know that you won. He'll give you instructions on how to claim your Tradeify straight to funded. Congrats, you're now a funded trader with Tradeify. In the meantime, speaking of Tradeify, our 4th of July deals are down at the bottom right of the screen. Today was a pretty nasty day. I took some heat. I'm sure some of you guys might have taken some heat too. It happens, but we'll see if I can crawl back. You guys follow me in about half an hour to my funded TV, and I'll be trading all this. I got high volume pivots nearby. This is going to be great. This will be a fun ass trading day. And come back this afternoon. I'll be live streaming again and see if I can turn this whole day green or greener than what it is right now. Should be good. And hopefully do well. So basically, Tradeify is 50% off one-time account. If you guys want Rocket Scooter code, you get 50% off of any account. Go get your funded account for half price. It'll be really good. My funded future says 50% off of one account too. And you guys can basically take advantage of that. Tradeify says 35% off every other account after that. My funded has 15% off every account after that. So these are the better sales they've had. Normally, we get 5% my funded and 15% or 30% Tradeify. So these are really big. ETF is a big 65% off of their straight to funded and static. Time to load up on those too. Obviously, like I'll be buying a ton of these accounts if I can get into some of them that I haven't traded yet. Funded Next is 30% off uncapped payouts. You can DCA, no profit split. You get payout after 5 days. Pretty nice. I already made 10,000 with those guys in the first couple of weeks of trading with them, which is really nice. And I'm about to get my second round of payouts with them now. Futures Desk is 50% off and Take Profit is 40% off. And Take Profit just made a change that they're about to do, or that they moved their Pro Plus to be end of the day drawdown only instead of trailing drawdown. And also some inside scoop about my funded futures. They're about to extend their $25,000 payout cap as Matt has said on Twitter, $100,000 coming soon. That's massive for my funded futures. So sim payout cap to $100,000 announced sometime soon, and 3 accounts increased to 5 accounts coming sometime soon as well. So which ones have no time and trade rules? They kind of all do. That's the problem. They all have consistency. The exception is my funded futures expert has no consistency rule. So you don't have to worry about that. Just make your profit and you're good. Can I convince my funded to get experts during your segment due to the 4th of July? I mean, I can try, but I don't think they give away experts that often. Is that a lifetime cap? I think it's just cap in the account. I don't think it's a lifetime cap, no. Dude, I've had like the unluckiest like day today. Slamming through these A+ pivots left and right. You can see the volume there is pretty good, but this was just sick, man. So I'm working my way back on that one. We can get something out of that. Be nice. We take the train, we don't ride. All right, so this one turns out today. Brutal. How is Nvidia doing at monthly hedge? Nvidia's good. All right, how about Microsoft is actually doing bad too? Microsoft, that's another reason that caused a lot of this. You guys see how this irrational kind of movement happened? Once you break through monthly hedge pressure, we talk about gamma squeeze. Somebody asked the other day, you see how volume just exponentially goes up? That's what happens when you get all that positive gamma capitulation on the stock creates a flip in that gamma exposure as the long pressure that's fatter than the short pressure gets overwhelmed by the short pressure that's longer, because when you pass through this area, the amount of shorting that takes place just gets crazy. And that's why you get that very exponential sort of drop where volume starts to climb very rapidly. It's induced selling based on breaking key levels. And 495 was both weekly and monthly exposure. So when you get that, it just becomes a very nasty. Boy, I would like to see, I don't like that it's not picking up momentum here either. I hate the idea that it's just chilling at the same level. There's not any buying pressure, I'd say, to push this higher. The market's just tracking. This is just that volatility kind of dying out. The market is actually tracking the stocks, which need to start picking up a bit. We got to see something, but I don't know. Today's been such a cool trading day. Yeah, it's been cool, right? It's been fun. Obviously, like working harder than normal, but it's been fun. I do like when it gets fun. Fun trading days, kind of test my skills, test my risk management. Should be all right. Just gonna plot out the distance of this whole move here. That's the mid area. Now I just need to see the stocks moving. S&P resilience is still greater than 0, which means there's enough rotation into the non-NASDAQ stocks that the S&P is not taken out. So hopefully after people are done dumping their tech stocks, others are likely to, hopefully, crossing fingers, they're going to jump in and buy. I'd like to see back above monthly hedge pressure. My first target here. That's why I'm still holding on to it. Instead of cutting there, I am holding on for this, at least this. I want to see that. Then I'm going to see that in 2 stages. 1 and 2. This is like my wish list. %92 of days should close above this band. As you can see, it's fighting to hold above that band. And again, selling just overpowers buying, and that's why some things happen. But in this case, hopefully we stay true to the probabilities. I have to take it every single time because that's the stats. And so for me to accomplish a high win rate, I must take the trade every single time. That is the rule that I have. Even if it's wrong 3, 4, 5, 6 times in a row, I still take it every single time because the odds are very good. Doesn't mean it works every single time. It means for the probabilities to take off, I got to trade it every single time. Part of the rule. For statistical based trading, you can't be subjective on when you do and don't trade. Odds are odds. This is watching more in real time. Yep. I don't like that we're consolidating here, as Benny is saying. I don't like it either. I don't. The only thing that's giving me faith is that VIX is in absolute decay. There's no move. There's not a lot of movement in the VIX, which just basically means this is just tracking the stocks that dumped out. Everything else is relatively flat, and NASDAQ just got a little bit over juiced. If I had the correct levels on NASDAQ, what do you mean? Did I have the wrong levels again? What do you mean correct levels? This is right. It's 701. Yeah, these are the overnight levels. This is not QQQ levels. So these are different. Those are the futures overnight pivots. NASDAQs are way down here for QQQ, which is much lower for QQQ. But the overnight dynamics are still important pivots as well. So yeah, that's probably what you mean, right? I don't like that we are consolidating here. Yeah, so vol test, those are QQQ levels, which are still applicable down here. These are still pivots to trade with on the future side. They're both useful in the same degree. And this is what I want to see here. Yeah. You call the market maker for me to grant my wish? Oh, I really appreciate that, man. We need a little wish granting here today. So guys, don't forget, if you use our code for prop firms, for every $1,000 that you spend in the month, the next month you can enter a drawing for lifetime. And we're going to do a giveaway at the end of every month. So this time we'll do it on Thursday. 1 free lifetime membership. Tag your favorite Furu trader, Minx. That's so funny. Let me tag her back. Oh man, market being stupid again. This is where I can kind of decide how I feel about this. Technically speaking, I can trim this down again, but I don't know if we are, like I said, there is no Nvidia's holding the fort. Microsoft is finding lower lows. That's another thing too. That squeeze of Microsoft is pretty gnarly. Imagine trading S&P today. You would be so bored. This is a rare kind of event where you see Nasdaq just absolutely collapsing further than S&P. You don't really see the movement deviate so much. I have to attribute this to low volume holiday and just a few key stocks tanking. When everything else is holding fine, it's like 2 key stocks are just absolutely tanking. Well, I mean, a lot of them are selling, but like breaking hedge pressure is a rarer thing. And to see that happening on major tech, somebody woke up today and was like, dump Microsoft, dump Nvidia, dump whatever tech. And you're seeing such a big stretch between the two. Look at the rotation here. Tech is just down 1%. Everything else, like materials, is up 3%. Healthcare up. And healthcare is a huge part of the Nasdaq, which is why I'm still betting on this. It's like, it's just not as big as tech. And communication services are down too. So the fact that this sector and this sector are down, this is just a heavy rotation day on light volume. And that just does happen. But it doesn't really happen to that severity as often as you think without the S&P also yanking down. But again, people are still so bullish in this market. I do have a feeling that this dip will get bought up probably by the end of the day. It might not be soon, but hopefully by the end of the day. Vance cast the winning vote for the bill. Very nice. Anyone has a suggestion for prop firm with best bang for your buck? All of them listed here are the best bang for your buck, I would say, against the hundreds that are out there. And depends on what kind of trading style that you like. Static drawdown, end of the day drawdown, trailing drawdown, straight to funded are the 4 major types. And so whichever one you like, I can recommend the firm that I would use for that type based on the best bang for your buck. If you like uncapped payouts, Fund and X is your jam. If you like static accounts, ETF is your jam. If you like straight to funded, Tradeify is your jam, maybe ETF. If you like end of the day drawdown, My Funded Futures is the best at that. If you like trailing drawdown, Take Profit is the best at that. And so just whichever one you want. They're all really, really, really good. Show you some trend lines. I feel like the trend line method is probably right today. Let's try it. I drew some trend lines I already feel dirty, like I need to take a bath. Oh. Here we go, guys. I drew a triangle. Oh God, it's breaking. I also am with you that I don't like that we didn't get a sharp recovery at the same level. Normally, you're going to expect big moves off of this quickly. And the fact that we didn't, that we're consolidating low, as somebody said earlier, they don't like that. I don't like this either. The fact that it's not getting that clean, solid bounce just yet means that it could get worse. And I will maybe pull the plug at 620, give or take. Call it a day. It's been crazy watching this go up and then down, then up and then down. Usually this should be recovering most of this. By the end of the day, I do expect us to be up here. I really do. So that's why I'm still hanging on to it. I got so much fat in this account, I can hold up through a lot. I can lose 10K on this one and be fine. Just waiting for the big old pop. Does ETF have activation fee? It does. It's not that bad though. On straight to funded, when you can request withdrawals, it's a 15-day payout window for $5,000 on the bigger one. $5,000 payout. So twice a month, you can make 10 grand. 10 grand every 30 days. Same bad. Straight to funded programs usually have payout windows. It's kind of normal for that type of program across all the firms. Straightify is the same way. 10 days, 3,000 every 10. Or 9,000 every 30 per account. Does it follow the 3 touch point rule? Has anybody, is that like really what the rule is? The 3 touch point rule? We'll see. So anyways, guys, lower DD band is a thing that's exploiting the risk interval, which is where a strong support will be in the market usually, unless it's volatile, unless market is crashing, we usually support here. The EST is written there for a reason. I know I'm goofing around drawing Tori's trend lines here, just for funsies. But at the end of the day, markets don't break through this and crash out easily without news. The fact is that 2 or 3 stocks is not at the top of the market. That's why I'm still taking the bet here. There's no volatility scare. There's no S&P crash scare. S&P resilience is still positive, for Christ's sakes. I mean, it's like S&P is still inside of its redistribution zone. Nasdaq just overshoot like crazy. And like S&P is down 5 points from the open. Nasdaq is down 230 points. What the F is this? S&P is down 0.16. Nasdaq is down 1%. 6 times the distance, right? So yeah, Nasdaq is overshot and Nasdaq just got crazy for a hot minute. It is supporting my trend lines, so maybe the technique does work. Let me draw trend lines here though. Oh my God, it's breaking the trend lines. We're gonna make money. Did the trend line hold? The big beautiful passing should be bullish. Should be, yeah. ETF payout policy is really good. Yeah, it is really good. I do like it. All right, I already feel dirty. I was scanning through YouTube the other day, and I saw some dudes' charts that look like this and this. Let me draw some more stuff. I even saw some like emojis and shit. Like it was just incredibly weird what some people fucking do when they're trading. All right, I just closed out my funded next. This is the only one I'm still long on right here. Dude, I saw emojis, I saw colored pictures, I'm telling you, and this was like some kind of automated algorithm thing. And it looked like this. I don't know what you guys think, but I don't think algorithms like draw pictures. I'm just, and I got friends that have worked at Citadel. I don't know any single one of them that said any of their computers draw colorful triangles on their charts and emojis. I mean, you know, to each their own, but I've seen automated algorithm salesmen drawing colorful shapes and patterns on their charts with some automated Measure the angle between these two triangles. Line up the sunspots with your horoscope. Where's Mercury rising? I don't fucking know. Buy the dip. This is the 3 touch points, right? So I've seen people draw shapes and colors and patterns on their charts and call it order flow. That's also weird. That's not order flow. That's shapes and colors and patterns. That's just candle analysis. So, hey, we're back up every single time. EST every single time. There's a lot of goofiness in Wall Street. Mine is just statistics. I take the trade every single time because the statistics are good. It failed the first time. The second time, I'm just holding through the chop, and now I'm back up, right? This is sort of what it's like when you're trading every single time. Because the reason every single time is important because the odds are 92% that we stay above this green line. The odds are 90% we stay above the orange. That being said, I must trade it every single time so that I don't get asynchronous with the cycling of those events when every event I must trade such that 9 out of 10 times I'm good. That's what EST means, is that no matter what condition, I had to take that trade every time. And I really love one more time. All right, guys, I'll be right back. I gotta run to the bathroom. Let me know if I'm losing money. I have like the quickest pee ever. Rockets in chat, let's go. That's the first trade. Bound, bound. That's the first pivot. Now, the second would be to hold on for a little bit more. I take my blood pressure, I forgot to do it. Technically speaking, I should just take profit and get the scalp, but I'm trying to be a little riskier here because everything else looks good today. My wish list is a breakthrough. Test this area. Supported orange. Let's watch this flow really quick. Let me get my tick chart up. Tick chart load up here. 25 tick. Nasdaq, MHP is also EST. Second one. That's why I'm holding two ESTs on top of each other. Number 2. Let's see if it was worth all the headache today. That moment here. Come on. Don't be the bear day, man. I've been up and down the same amount in this account. I could have did this trade twice, actually. Whatever. I'm going to be a baller here and just try to take the whole thing. At least trade number 2. I want to get trade number 2 for the other 40 points. Watch me give up the 3 grand for this move. Don't get me started about watching hands. I watch my hands pretty quick. Dude, I have like such a quick... I have such a quick trip to the bathroom. It's like right around the corner there. All right, hang in there. Come on. Don't do what you did earlier, market, and consolidate lower again a second time. Stop being dumb. It is so weird to just see so much in NVIDIA too. Like what NVIDIA's charge is just crazy. This is just insane. Hang in there. There's enough bulls out there waiting for a dip. I ain't bearish yet. S&P is about to break all-time highs and Nasdaq's crashing. This is so funny. Just incredible how, let me move this up here. S&P is literally like, you know, 15 points from all-time highs and Nasdaq is collapsing, right? You don't really see that detachment that often. The market maker called. Thank you for calling the market makers for me. I really appreciate it. See, at Rocket Scooter, we have the real connections to the master algo of trading. You know what I'm saying? We know the real, we get the market makers a call. We go, hey, bump it. And they pump it. We really appreciate all the ugh. Okay, so hopefully we get, like I said, this will be, you guys got to join my fund to watch the resolution end of this trade though. Oh, come down to the trend line. Don't you start with me. I'm gonna draw a trend line on there and then go on the show and everybody's gonna be like, what the heck is he doing? The 3-point touch, man. You got it. 3-point tap. That's the rule. Keep rejecting that key level. Well, it's also high volume pivot. So the reason that it's kind of like stuck down in here is because we need to see movement in the stocks. The Nasdaq is just tracking these stocks right here. And so NVIDIA and others need to start moving so the Nasdaq can move. Nasdaq's not just picking up steam because there's nobody trading. It's such a light volume day. It's really just tracking the stocks. And if most of the stocks are kind of flat to slightly down and 2 or 3 of them are absolutely crashing. See, what happened was Microsoft and NVIDIA shouldn't be breaking key levels, right? Microsoft shouldn't be breaking monthly hedge pressure. So Microsoft fell an extra 1% beyond structure. So NVIDIA overreacted that clearly. And like I said, I'm gonna be greedy on this one. I could take a lesser loss, but I'm okay with fighting it for more. I don't want to be a wuss on this today. 80% of days we close above here. 90% of days we close above here. 92% of days we close below here. So these are all A+ setups. As volatile and crazy as it is, those of you on the A+ side of things, today, this loss for me, this loss for me, this loss for me, this one, this is still playing out and is winning. That's the whole point of probabilistic trading, right? I play on the probabilities. The fact that these are all strong, I'm betting that we end up here. That's why I'm still hanging on instead of just taking 2 or 3K of profit here. More like an all or nothing sort of thing. I'd like to wish list CSB up here where it likely should be. But what it requires is that NVIDIA, Microsoft, and the other stocks that died out need to start getting some buyers come up. And we might not get that this close to the holiday. And but we'll see. Pregnant man emoji in chat. Thank you guys. Another inside joke here at the stream. Okay, guys, we're gonna be going to My Funded TV in just a little bit. Let me give you guys the link. And by the way, just so we're not rude, I hate that we do show up and start blasting rockets. What we should do is show up and start saying how much we love Tom. Show him some love and respect. I didn't even think about it from his perspective. We kind of just show up in the last 5 minutes of his show, and then we start chanting about Matt. What we should do is show up and start talking about Tom, how awesome he is. So let's get Tom some love today. Everybody go over there. Start giving MFF some love. Say MFF you love. And then say like Tom love, etc. And then when I go on, then start saying, you know, anything about me. No way he trades ICT, LOL. Tom's such a humble dude. I didn't even think about it until somebody in chat was like, wow, you guys coming in at the end of his show and saying this. And I'm like, I was like, wow, we are kind of a bunch of dicks. I didn't even realize, I didn't even think about it. I thought we were hyping up the channel and getting the channel all hyped up. But it does, like, if the end of my show, if I'm in the middle of a speech and then 5 minutes in, some people come in and start talking about someone else, I'm going to feel like I lost the audience. And I thought about it. I was like, man, we are kind of assholes. So make sure you go in there today and start showing Tom some love, because I didn't realize that we kind of look like a bunch of douchebags. And so, and then when I get on there, then you guys can start talking about how much you hate me or love me or whatever. I don't, but at that point, see, I had you guys over there. The Rocket Army is too strong. Yeah. I feel really bad for Tom. So I want to go in there and give Tom some love. Just be like, Tom, you know? So I'll be over there in about 10 minutes. Give him some love, because that feels good, right? To show up, like he's got 400 or 500 viewers and we show up with like 500 or 600 more. And then it's like, it'd be so cool for him to feel like awesome because we made him feel awesome. So let's get over there and show him some love. Yeah, let's face it, we're kind of being kind of dicks. Tom's a nerd. That's why I love him. He's a nerd like me. You're calling him a nerd. I love my fellow nerdy math guys. All right, let's go. Get over there. We'll be done in about 6-7 minutes. Let me get ready to go over there. And I swear to God, if this market sells off from here, I'm just gonna cry on that stream and I'm just done trading. Where is I even lost my window. Let me get over there. But yeah, you guys go over there, show Tom some love. I really appreciate that. I really do. And we'll do that from now on. And then hype up my funded futures, just like, you know, my funded futures. The reason I tell people to go spam chat is because it helps the algo get more impressions. That's definitely true. So you guys, before I go on, just cheer on my funded futures, cheer on Tom, but still spam chat. Like, we're still going to cham spat. We're still going to cham spat while we're there. Okay. So cham spat all day long. Spam chat as much as you can. All right, we'll see you guys in about 3 minutes. We'll be over there. All right, I'm out of here. And we'll be back in the afternoon to finish up the stay. Let's see if we can turn all these accounts green. Everybody, I love chamming. Kevin. Cham Spat City.
we ride with